That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I'll let the song play out. All you Facebook folks get the song. I guess it's on Facebook. I don't know. Are we live on Facebook? Can you hear me? Okay. You guys give me a thumb in the chats here if you can hear me. I see YouTube people here commenting. I don't see anyone on Facebook commenting yet. So before I do anything, I want to be sure I'm doing a broadcast to everyone that I'm supposed to be broadcasting to, because the whole idea was that I would do it. Oh, it says I'm live right now. It says it's like live. I didn't even know that. I've never looked at my phone while I was doing a live feed on Facebook, but it's live. Look at my daughter in that shot, guys. Look at little Bo, how small she was. I miss it when she was that small, man. She was awesome, right? I mean, seeing that, like that little voice when she'd be on the podcast, like twice. I think I put her on podcast. But yeah, dude, my daughter's like 11 now. She doesn't want to do this shit. She recorded a little podcast with one of her friends just playing around. But look at that old microphone and stuff. That's the old Ballsh setup, circa 2015. And I hope you guys got a good view of me. I reduced the quality of the podcast tonight because I'm on Wi-Fi. It's storming here. And I really need to run a wire over here because I have a really cool kind of announcement, I guess, a thing to say. I've got a new camera here that I'm assuming I can try to use it here. Let me see if I can switch over to the camera and see if you guys can check it out. Let's see. It looks dim, right? Because it's got these lights shining in it and everything. But let's see. Yeah, you can see it, right? Yeah. There I am working on the computer. There's a Coke can I had thrown over there to get it out of the way of the shot. I didn't move it again. You know, good old grinder in the shot. You know, can't. MJ, you're not alone, bro. You're not alone. All you guys in the chat, I'm going to get to you really soon. I really appreciate you. I'm not going to be able to feature you all in the chat. I hope that Philly got the message on Messenger here that I was live. Let me be sure that Phil got that. No, he didn't get it yet. I don't know if he actually received it. Let's see. Let me ask him, check for link when you can. So Phil is in a hotel right now. And I am shooting you on my screens here, the Ballsh podcast screen in this badass camera. Look at my hand. Look how awesome that looks. Imagine what this is going to be like when it's all rigged up and I'm looking directly at you, because I'm looking through a teleprompter right now. Like I'm actually using a teleprompter, and I know I have the green screen on. So now everything green in the shot has the green screen to it, right? So let me turn that shit off for a second. And you can see where I'm at with the new setup, the new hot, awesome camera setup here. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Virtual green screen. Virtual background. None. There we go. All right. So there's a green screen behind me, guys. You can see all my facial features, every one of my beautiful beard whiskers here, every one of my chin pubes, if you will. I'll be bringing you to Ballsh podcast, looking at you directly with a monitor down here reflecting upwards at the screen. See, I've got an iPad right here right now, and the shot's not quite dialed in. I just wanted to hook this up just so that you would see kind of like what the new setup would look like. What do you think? I still look like a kid? That's awesome, man. I'm 44, man. I'm 44. Can you believe that? Nicole, still look like a kid. I love you. I love you to death. All right. If your man gives you up, I got a whole snake facility for you here. A whole fucking building. It's empty. Well, it's got some machines in it, but guess what? I can build you all the cages you want. You know, you keep flattering me like that. I'm going to keep this invitation open. Anyway, yeah, big kid I am. I'm going to move some of my other shit out of the way because, like, I got all kind of crap over here. I got some art from the shows. I've got stones on this shelf. I've got books. Man, I've got all kind of stuff. So I don't know what you guys think of the new camera setup, but I'll be able to look right at you and not have to look away and stuff whenever I'm talking to you. I'm really looking forward to doing it. So hopefully you guys don't hate it, or whatever. So let me switch back over to all the other old shit here. It'll be a lot more fluid when I'm able to do it, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Fat Man to produce my show. Man, I'd love to do a show with him though. So I'd like to get into some regular rhyme and rhythm again, man. I haven't been in a good rhythm since I haven't been doing much, and I've been selling out of my collection and everything. I haven't been doing much enough, and I need to be doing more. Okay, so I got people like TJ Hutch in the Discord starting to warm the Discord up a little bit, not a lot, a bit, just a little bit, because we're not doing much there yet. But let me say hi to some of you guys for coming in here early and tell you a little bit more about what's going on. So we got an impending law in Louisiana, and we were at a reptile show. We were at the Herp show in Gonzales, Louisiana, Baton Rouge area this weekend. And Phil was there. Phil came in, and he said he'll be on in about 5 or 10 minutes. So that's fine. No rush for Phil. But he came down and did a table where he could use the microphone and give signatures. I believe we got, well over 1,000 signatures. I don't remember the exact number. There was 4,900 people in the door, so I would hope we got more than 1,000 signatures. But at the same time, it's still something, right? And then Phil is shacked up in a hotel alone, I think. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. If anybody wants to show gratitude, I do not know where to send you. But, at the same time, we appreciate Phil staying down here for Thursday for the hearing with the wildlife and fisheries down here in Louisiana. So, all right, Fry, all the way from Australia, good day. And SK Productions, good to see you again. TJ Hutch, thank you. And Basement Pythons moderators at the new Ballsh Discord called The Shithole. And you will have a link shortly for the very few of you that are like early in the door are going to DM me for a link, and I'm going to give you a link. And then the rest of you that want to be in, you're going to have to own a Reptilium NFT that is going to allow you access to the Ballsh podcast private Discord, where we're going to try to do a lot more snake talking and crypto talking. It's going to be weird. But it's a Discord server, right? So it's like whatever I'm into, I don't really know. But it should be interesting. So go see Jason and everybody over there, and drop a note if you can find the shithole. Otherwise, I will send you a link. Sea of Serpents, Stan, love you. Good to see you back. Of course, Nicole, like I said, you love everybody though. You kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say you're like I'm not gonna say it. You're loose with your love. No, you're not at all loose with your love. Not loose that in that way with your love, of course, but I mean, I love that you love us. It's great to have such support from all of these people. Sean Gray, Bitcoin Maxi tunes in for the show to what? Give us some advice on how to be rich, how to open reptile stores and have herp shows with 4,900 people through the door in one of the worst economies America's ever known. Motherfucker. I made money. I didn't do bad. I didn't do poorly. I did about right on point what I always do. Now, the problem is I had to hustle like a really expensive sale to do that. But that doesn't matter, right? The total is the total is the total, right? And we're going to talk about that a lot, not just on this channel, but the new channel I'm going to make, Sean, because I can't just talk about crypto all the time to reptile people. They're just going to block me or like unsubscribe. So what we're going to do, and the reason I'm doing this today is not just because of Phil, but after Phil and I are done, we're going to go through what's going to be expected of anyone that wants to, I guess, mirror what I do in the way of how I trade. Now, I lose money. I've lost a lot of money. And in a lot of ways, a lot like reptiles, I talked about how much I learned losing over winning, right? And how much I could appreciate only the few ways you can lose. What's up, Phil? As we go along. And Phil and Will's my man. I mean, Will's like gone through some rough stuff too. And he's helped me with the car repair several times. So what camera did I get, my bro? I don't even know if you can see in the shot. So here's the thing. I got a Sony A7 IV. It is a bomb ass camera. I bought it after I closed a fish store. And that's that. It's badass. So I'm really expecting to have a great show with this Sony A7 IV. And I also picked up along the way. A set of lavalier mics and everything. I don't know exactly where those are at the moment. Hopefully, they're in a box somewhere because they were very expensive, and I had them at the show this weekend, and I hope they're not missing and all that shit. But yeah, anyway, they're somewhere. They're not here. They're not where I thought they were. I thought I put them in my bag. But anyway, I got some lavalier mics, some lapel microphones, and they seem to be awesome. And I'm going to be using them when we go out on the road and stuff, eventually. So yeah, I'm looking really, really forward to that. So yeah. Let's see. All right, must be in my house. I don't know if I can freak out until I find this fucking thing. Because it's a cool little box. It's like having iPods, but they're like ear pods, but then they charge in the thing. It's really rad. Thanks to Chris for the recommendation. I don't know who I missed in the role. Oh, hell, can't miss you, old man. Good to see you, James. Always great to see you, James. You're an awesome guy. I really do. Really do miss you around shows and stuff. DOSS, the DOSS man. Phil is one of the best things that's ever happened to the hobby. In fact, I might actually venture to say that Phil is the reason we still have a hobby. I'm not really sure I'm not accurate with that. Bohemian Exotics, Carissa, what do you think? Do you think we still have a hobby because of the amazing, wonderful, and strapping Phil Goss? Like strapping, we were actually talking about a naked pool incident this weekend with it just so happened that the person that was naked in the pool with him was there as well. But they weren't naked in the pool here. They were naked in the pool in a whole other state, a whole other time. We don't want to talk about that. Yeah. Yeah, and I will be. There's no doubt. But like I said, but I'm going to use StreamYard. I'm not going to use Streamlab or OBS until you get me started and you become my producer, bro. You want to be my mobile, like distant producer? We can figure that out through OBS. I know you can be a producer and not here. If you want to do it because you were the podcast whore, I would love it. But I am not going to learn OBS. It's too fucking much for me. I've got way too much going on, dude, with machines and this camera and all this shit. Way too much. Oh, there he is. Oh, shit. Oh, man. And Nicole, this is why disability is just a word. Sean does more than churn we do in legs and muscles. Respect. Well, I can tell you this, okay, guys. I am going to have a podcast that's called That podcast is going to be called Wham. Not going to stand for it because I'm not going to fucking stand up. And I would love to have a co-host in the way of a I'm not going to say a one-legged, right? Because he's not one-legged. He's got a great prosthetic now that, and I'm not talking about the one we all signed because I don't think that's very useful unless you're trying to get a ride on the side of the interstate from a trucker that's tired. Ha! And that's that. So, yeah. Phil sees what I did there. I see what you did there. Not going to stand for it because honestly, listen, okay, I'm not going to go on a soapbox. I'm not going to go on this diatribe. I did kind of motherfuck two people off my personal Facebook page today, but I think, sorely deserved it at this point. And it's not my job to punish them in public. It's not. Oh, I'm just struck by a star that fell from the sky and came right down to my computer and is sipping a drink. So I'm not going to switch to him right now. And now he's laughing because he knows I'm talking about him. And now he's throwing up his hands like he wants to fight. You want to fight, bro?
Do it. Let's throw.
We're not going to
throw down.
Right here. Let's throw down. No shit. Haircut looking like a male model. You're not talking about me.
Ready to throw down with somebody, but it's not you, Sean.
I know, but maybe look, I hope we don't have to throw down together. I'm going to come. I'm going to make it there. I'm going to get there and we're going to hang out all day. And even if we're bored to tears, we're going to hang out. And I did this in 2004, as we spoke before. And I'm going to let you have the floor for a minute here. And tell us about what's going on, my friend.
Well, hopefully if you're in Louisiana, you already know what's going on because we posted about this 3 dang months ago. Luckily, at least it did finally get some traction before the comment deadline. So if you are in Louisiana, you got 24 hours. Well, let's see, what time is it? You got 27 and a half hours left to comment. So the comment deadline ends tomorrow. That's Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. on March 5th. So if you haven't run through it, we got it broken down at usarc.org, but I'll try and give you some of the highlights. So some of the highlights are species bans, So obviously that's of concern for a lot of people, includes Burmese pythons, green iguanas, savanna monitors, and some other species, African clawed frogs. So there's a few species on there that are going to be banned. They're adding some species to a restricted list that includes brown anoles, Peterson's rockagamas,
This
curly,
link is in the, I'm sorry, Phil, this link is in the live feed, guys.
curly-tailed lizards. Yeah, super easy. Just go to usarc.org, scroll down to the 4th alert, and it's right there. So right on our homepage. So again, we got some species bans going on. We got some new caging requirements, which is going to put a huge hit on a whole lot of people. So go check that out, especially because there's a height requirement that a lot of people didn't even catch that. Not only did they miss the length requirement, but they missed that there's a height requirement. So even for a 4-foot ball python, your cage is going to have to be at least 1.5 feet tall.
So rack systems are done in the state of Louisiana. Gone. No rack systems, period. In the state, period.
And what else we got going on?
And this bill was, wait a minute, this bill was announced to be by the state, thought to have zero economic impact to business.
Oh yeah, that's what was reported. So in December, when it was presented,
that's why I'm going.
Yep,
One of the reasons. That's
said there would be
the main reason I want to be there, bro. So that's
no economic impact on these changes.
Right. Which would close my business. If my business was still as whole as it was 5 years ago, I would be firing 3-4 employees, liquidating about 4,000 snakes, because there would be no way in the world I could meet the caging requirement alone. Never mind the species, never mind anything else. I couldn't meet the caging requirement alone. So it's very unfortunate. It's extremely bad. I hate to say that, you know, these things fall on deaf ears a lot of times with these guys, but hopefully we can get there and we can do something. And that's why I wanted to record this with you, Phil, so that we could share it amongst all the Louisiana groups and they can learn really quickly, really close to time Thursday. So tell us about time and location for the people that want to show up. So anybody driving distance Thursday, if you can give us your day, give us your day. Showing up in force. I mean, you never know how they're going to take it. Are they going to put us in early, or are they going to bump us to the end, or it's going to be whatever. Don't be bitching about how long it took. Don't do none of that stuff. Just think about the fact that you're never going to have your hobby in this state again. Period. Yeah. Including pet stores. Like, I'm going to message Adventure, like all the pet store people that I know, you know, to get as many of them there as possible, or at least to take it seriously. So
here's something people don't think about. An example I gave at another hearing on kind of a related issue. To put it to some, because a lot of these people are land developers, you know, on these commissions and these commissioners. So if you get a new ordinance that says all buildings, all retail buildings have to be made out of brick, you don't make all the current businesses knock down their buildings and build a new brick building. That's just not how it works. So you can't come in and pass something like this and not give any allowances for people. So even if this were to pass, you can't say the tens of thousands of dollars that you have invested in cages currently is no good. You got to go out and spend another $100,000 on brand new caging, and then also claim there's no economic impact. So you can't just do that to Americans. That's not fair or constitutional.
Mm-hmm. Especially in a time like this where we're all scratching for every last penny that we have anyway. You're going to shut it down. Like, I'm literally not going to be able to pay anyone anything at all, ever, to do anything, period. I mean, including my bills, the power, right? All of it. So the ripple effect is disgusting. And it's really absolutely awful. Thank you, Sean, for posting these links in the chats. So you guys get the links in the chat.
Some of their changes were just silly. So you could actually have brown tree snakes in Louisiana with a permit, but you couldn't have Burmese pythons or green iguanas or savanna monitors.
And brown tree snakes could inhabit our land.
Yeah.
The temperatures we have, and neither of those really could.
Oh, all tegus. I forgot that. All tegus.
I want to say this. Okay, guys, just for geographic reference, you guys, I am along the I-12, I-10 corridor. So when you go from Los Angeles, California to Jacksonville, Florida on I-10, you go across I-10 pretty much the whole fucking way until you get to Baton Rouge. If you're going from California to Jacksonville, until you get to Baton Rouge, and I-10 dips down into the city of New Orleans, but I-12 cuts directly across. So if you're a trucker and you're driving coast to coast, you don't go through New Orleans at all. You go straight across I-12 corridor. I'm in the middle of the I-12 corridor. So I'm along the southeastern part of the United States. This year, I have a cold hardy bamboo on my property. That's cold hardy survival rate to 20 degrees. It got 18 degrees for 2 days this year, and I have an entire stand of bamboo that is dead. Okay. Anything reptilian in there that's not a viper from the mountains of China is done. Okay. Maybe a Zanata from the mountains of California, Mountain King, might make it, but probably won't because of the moisture content as well as the temperature. Because when it is 19 degrees outside, the first night before all of the water freezes out of the air and dries up on the ground, it's fucking wet. So it's cold and wet. And when that happens, it is deadly to so much stuff. And I don't believe that these animals could make it. I think a sulcata might survive it, right? Because they can dig in and they can, right? They can do shit. But a snake, no. A red-footed tortoise, no. All right, you keep redfoot, and a lot of people here keep redfoots. You keep a redfoot outside, even slightly cold, it's going to die. In here, it's not South Florida, and I'm in the south of the state. I'm not in the Delta, right? I'm not where but when you watch swamp people and they're at the turtle farms and shit, they're literally 20 minutes over between me and Phil. They're in the middle of between me and Phil, where Phil's sitting right now and where I'm sitting. If Phil drove halfway to me and I drove halfway to him, we'd be at the fucking turtle farm that Swamp People is filmed at. Like, we're in that level of warm/temperate Louisiana. You go up north Louisiana, yeah, dude, that's like being in Arkansas, Missouri, right? It's cold. And so whatever. So yeah, and this winter, she's right. It has been brutally cold in the southeast this winter, but brutally cold everywhere, obviously. So yeah, Phil, I mean, I don't, it goes back to that same thing, right? Like where they said that the Burmese could inhabit all the way to the Ohio River Valley. And you're like, well, you're fucking crazy. You're out of your mind. I mean, you just want funding from the federal government at this point. You're just like, feed me funding, daddy, feed me funding. And I knew this would happen because we're between Texas and Florida. And I knew that zone, that DMZ, if you will, between these two law-loving states would be a problem. So what can we do other than stand up and speak? Well, yeah, I can't stand up and speak. Right? What can we do? Come on, clap.
Oh, Sean.
But I tell you what, I did think about it. I was like, if I can go there and speak economic impact, and I'm a paraplegic for 12 years that survived as a paraplegic doing this for the last 12 years, bro, that speaks a lot, because I do have one of the most expensive, we're going to talk about this if you will let me, but I have one of the most expensive injuries you can survive a lifetime with. Yet I've managed to maintain that on this industry and this business. And if this law passes, I am absolutely gone from Louisiana, and I'm a state resident. I raised my child here. I've been raised here. In fact, my family immigrated here from Germany in the early 1900s and opened a dry cleaning business in New Orleans. So you would literally be kicking me out of the state that I moved here from another country. And that is just pathetic in a time when we needed immigrants to build this country and the infrastructure, regardless of where they came from, what color they were, that they were free people that could work and build a better country. And that is one of the things that pisses me off, guys. I mean, it really does, because I fought this law in 2004, and the law, it bent a little bit along the way. Like they kind of, they kind of upped the size on shit, right? But this is a state where this is it. If I want to own a venomous snake, correct me, it's how many hours was it of ownership experience? 500 hours of experience and a letter of recommendation, or 2 letters of recommendation, or whatever it was, right? So if I want to own a venomous snake here in a state that does not have any sort of approved venomous working, like there's no apprenticeships here for venomous snakes that I'm aware of. There's no government operated, definitely not through the zoo, not through anything. Florida's got the whole venom situation where you can go and be certified and do all your hours and do all the shit, right? Because they want people to risk their lives cleaning cages on shit. Because venomous snake shit too. And somebody's got to clean a cage, right? So why not have, hey, man, I know what I could do. I could train you how to be a pilot, and then you can train the rest of the pilots for your tuition because you don't have any money. You heard that one, right? Yeah, that's a fucking common thing. Same thing. I'm going to train a venomous snake guy to do the job, and that's it. Well, in Louisiana, you don't have that. So I have to illegally go out and get a venomous snake. And I have to bring that into my place, and I have to keep it without incident for 500 hours, and then have my grandma and my aunt write a letter to the state that said that they know that I had it. And that is actually how a lot of people got it. So I don't know, Phil, if you got anything to say to that. But it was something where you had to illegally own the animal and experience it in order to qualify the hours to get it. And it's really bizarre. But they come to your house and give you a permit for free because we passed it a non-fiscal year where they can't charge for it. But yeah, please fill in the blanks there. I'm probably wrong, but it's okay.
Fill in those blanks if that's actually how it happened. Obviously, I can't come out and support that.
No, you can't at all. You can't at all. But the state does not giving the full ability for you even to abide by a law technically. And then I heard they lumped in the venomous snakes with the constrictor permit, so that if you had a constrictor permit, you can keep venomous like you were already approved for 500 hours. So it's very confusing to me, but I'm also not 100% clear on the rules because I've had the permit to sell native species and I don't work with big animals. I don't work with retics that are large. I have super dwarfs that are like 4 feet, 5 feet long, but I don't work with anything large. You know, blood pythons not over the length and stuff. You know, everything I work with, I don't work with boa constrictors anymore at all. So yeah, that's that. You know, so yeah. So yeah, man, I don't really know like it, but I did talk to you at the show about the task force situation that was in effect, where they allowed us to get certain people. Now, I will say this, okay? Sean is right. It hurts not having a sympathetic state herpetologist like Jeff Boundy any longer. Jeff retired. What year did Jeff retire? Like 2 or 3? Was it 2 or 3 years ago? I don't remember when it was that he retired. But I'll tell you this. When I was a boy and I got my first job in the first store in 1994, this man was the state herpetologist for the Louisiana Wildlife Fisheries. So my entire life of being in this industry, the same man 4 years ago, thank you, Sean, the same man, Jeff Boundy, was the herpetologist for the state of Louisiana and very sympathetic to businesses, to us, to everything. And he is the one that really pushed for the task force to be formed. A group of people, a pet store owner, a veterinarian, a law enforcement agent, wildlife enforcement agent, and such were assembled in a group to come up with a rule that would be fair for everyone, fair for enforcement, because we are known on our license plates as the sportsman's paradise. We have more like probably regulations on wildlife here between turtles and gators and ducks and fish and shellfish, Jesus Christ, all the crabs and all the shrimp and all the crawfish and all that shit. We have so much work for the few agents we have. And Louisiana State is under a state of emergency currently because we're 1,800 police officers down. Right? So, hey, you know what? Maybe a bunch of snake people should just go be cops instead because we're not going to have fucking jobs. I would love to be a cop in a wheelchair. You know what I would do? Pull over every fucking cop that I saw doing something wrong, and I'd cite his ass. I'd go to other counties in my unmarked car and just pull fuckers over. Not to say hi, but to drag them back and make them do shit just like they make us citizens do. Yeah, sorry, cops that listen to this. I'm not that big on a lot of patrolling citizen stuff. But yeah, we're 1,800 cops down to the point where our governor declared a state of emergency, and this is where we are. We're giving law enforcement more power and more work. I think that's brilliant. I'm glad I'm tax paying. You know, actually, I'm glad I'm in this wheelchair and losing money right now because I'm not paying a fucking bit of tax. I'm paying sales tax, but I'm using the shit out of the roads. You know, I dump my urine bag on the road anytime I have a chance just so I can get the extra miles out of it. You hear me? All right. But this is it, man. The infrastructure sucks, man. It does. It absolutely sucks. And I know you don't support that radical, crazy, storm the castle because, they got a bunch of people in jail out for that. They kind of hunted them all down. We don't want to storm the castle just yet unless we know we got enough people with us.
I want to know where the videos are of just shit Sean said.
What do you mean? It's all over the internet.
Like things you would never expect to come out of anybody's mouth, but Sean sure as hell said it. Like,
well, hey, man, at the same time, somebody's got to say it. No, I mean, look, I'm definitely not trying to hurt the cause. I've been a law-abiding snake guy. Like I said, I've not ever done venomous stuff, and I've not ever done large constrictors. And I've always had the theory that if you put out the animals and you can't home the animals to people that can't keep the animals to the full extent of the animal's life, you need not work with the species. I was telling a guy the other day, he said, we were talking about monitor lizards breeding, and I was telling him about Odatria from Australia. And I thought it was interesting that I said, what Frank Reedus told me once, he said, you won't get monitors to breed unless their babies can breed. And I was like, what? And he said, their mentality is if they don't have enough food, that's plentiful enough for them to eat and produce, and then their babies to eat and survive, they won't even go through the process. You're just a snake breeder that expects shit to breed regardless. They don't think that shit out. These monitors, actually, some of them will not breed unless there's enough food, there's enough rainfall, there's enough this, there's enough that. And if you don't, and that's why Frank always kept them hot all the time and just poured boxes and boxes of crickets in there and roaches and everything else, because he wanted so much food around that the adults were like, man, we can have babies like crazy in this town. We can go nuts in this town, and that's pretty much what it is. So at the same time, I think as a responsible reptile person who put out a maximum of 237 clutches in 1 year. I looked it up so I could quote myself on the maximum amount of ball pythons I've ever produced in a year, and was able to rehome them worldwide. That was a heavy year, Phil.
Yeah.
A lot of ball pythons. It was about 2,000 ball pythons. Okay.
A lot of baby snakes, yo.
Yeah, and a lot of homes to find. And, Chris at Sea Serpents made a lot of money on racks to house all the little bastards when a short notice that I needed the racks, and he was good enough to supply them. But at the same time, man, I think about that now. I couldn't do any of that under this new law. I can't even keep what I have here now under this new law. No one I sold, most of the things I sold to this weekend can keep their stuff here now with this new law. And I think it's just so epic that I don't think the state realizes just how many people are ready to break the law, bro. I mean, I hate to say it. I'm not going to bring that up. I'm definitely not going to make that part of the cause, because I don't want to seem like we are, not capable of sticking to it, but at the same time, we do have some keepers that need some work, Can you tell me something real quick before I let you go? Because I'm sure you want to get some rest and stuff, but what about any sort of accredited breeder program or anything? Have you ever guys talked about anything like that for USARK, to where we can kind of like make it almost like Morph Mark? I hate to say, Darian, bro, you threw 1,000 people out the door to dishwater, but some of those people needed to be thrown out. I might not have agreed with some of it in the way of, free commerce and everything, but in the way of, past infractions, people that are jailed for certain things and stuff like that. Seems like a good reason,
Yeah, so I mean, that's an idea that's been kicked around. I remember, heck, when I even started.
Yeah, Graziani and Markel were really on it.
Jordan Russell was trying to do a program like that, California Breeders Union, and some people have asked us, USARK's going to do that. But here's the first thing is, look at our mission statement, and our mission statement isn't end all be all for everything in the herpetological community. We're not going to be. We're not set right now anyway to be a licensing organization or an accrediting organization. We're out there to protect the freedoms of responsible reptile and amphibian owners and people who have businesses with those animals. That's what we do. We work on lobbying, we find laws, we put out the alerts, we work on legislation and regulation and these types of things. We're not set up, and our mission statement is not to be what you're talking about, Sean. So certainly that's something that could come up, but it would probably not.
The only reason
start doing it. Yeah.
Right. Only reason I bring it up is that you are the only nationalized thing that we have. We don't have a nationalized show circuit system. We got a bunch of contention, right? We got breeders that contend. We got shows that, compete. And the unity's there. Like when I see Darian and Mickey Meyer hugging it out in Daytona and then hanging out in NARBC, I mean, I feel good about that. Like I do. I like that these guys like each other. Sean Gray is good. He plays well. I hear Billy at Repticon's trying to get his shit together and make a much better circuit and stuff. I don't know if that's true necessarily, but I do hear he's open to, cleaning up the show and stuff like that. I think that's great. Not just in the way of who vends the show. I don't know about that, but in the way of the actual show itself and how it conducts. And there are certain things that where I'd like to see things come up, and the comeuppance. I love that word, comeuppance. The comeuppance that I want to see is it requires this unity. And that's why I want to come back to the microphone without drama, without, talking crap. There's none of this, spitting on people. I did a pretty good job this last run with YouTube last year. I was pretty happy with how I performed myself in the way of, all the issues that we did come up with on that. I'm not 100% proud of myself there, how I handled a couple things, but in the way of, accosting people and being violently angry and stuff, I kind of want to focus that on the people that are against us at this point, not any of us that are involved, whether it be aquarium people or reptile people. We are all exotic pet owners, and none of our stuff survives without our direct intervention daily. Dogs, cats, man, they live fine when you turn them out. This shit doesn't live, period. and they're making the laws thinking it does because Florida's got a slight problem that they caused half of. But yeah, so that's it. You know, thank you for coming on here tonight. You don't have to beat a dead horse. Do you have any other issues coming up that you like to air on this, because it is going to air?
Yeah, I mean, so we stopped 3 state bills already this year. So yeah, if you missed that update too, you know, now there's, on top of this regulation in Louisiana, there's a state legislative bill. So those are totally separate things. So regulation goes through the wildlife agency, and then legislation goes through the legislature. So depending on how this plays out with the regulation, like, it's possible we could get the regulation stopped, but then we still have to go fight the legislation. So
Right.
they're not running parallel. They're actually kind of separate issues. So anyway, yeah, right now this is our big alert. It's really the only thing we're focused on right now. So obviously,
Wonderful.
if you're not already, it's free. Go to usart.org, sign up for our free newsletter, so that way you get it to your inbox if we do post an alert, because you're probably not going to see it on social media. But at least that way, you know, you get it in your inbox and you can check. And
You need to start text alerting people. You need to spam text messages. We need to get you like an SMS code or something where you can bomb that shit out.
That's been mentioned a few times.
Way better. Yeah. Get Vanessa on that. Vanessa, what else Vanessa doing over there? She's the president or whatever.
I don't think she's the techie to run any SMS service for us.
Come on, V. Come on, V.
She can do a whole lot, but I
You're
don't know.
the venture capitalist. You're
That's
the top
not in her
dog.
bag of tricks.
God damn it. She runs the pet shop, for Christ's sake. She definitely doesn't come up with the best business names, but that's all right. I owed her a big on that anyway for refusing to do my show last year when she thought I was a prick. So she avoided me in Daytona, and I avoided her till she said something first. And then we hugged it out and we're friends. So it's cool. That's all it needed to happen. She was just intimidated by me in a wheelchair, I guess.
She would have been there with me helping last weekend, but she was at a Macna show, some race show.
She was at Macna. Yeah, she was at Macna, you know, doing that stuff. Then yeah, you can't miss Macna when it's once a year and you have that shop. I'm sure that's not something she can miss. That's going and buying and doing your negotiations for the year with your biggest suppliers, or picking up new ones. It's a great thing about Macna, bro. I love Macna. You know why, Phil? You know why I love Macna?
Oh man,
its setup starts on fucking Monday. And the show opens on Friday morning to the general public for 3 full days, because we want you to come in and meet us. We want you to sit down with us. Some of us in our booth, some people have couches in their booth and listen, almost every booth has a fully set up reef tank with coral.
There's a 4-day setup?
Yes, because you're setting up a full fish tank, bro, full of coral. And it's got to be crystal clear and look established by Friday for your client.
That's crazy.
You got to start on Monday. And then, so what happens is when you're a vendor, when you're like, let's say ZoomEd wanted to come in and do this epic show, you know what would happen? ZoomEd would hire a local store. Let's say I was the store. They'd hire me to come in. They'd ship all the stuff to my store or to the center. And my team from Exotics by Nature would work for ZoomEd and go in the building and set the booth up. And then the ZoomEd execs would fly in on Thursday or whatever, or Wednesday, to be sure everything was straight, get all their shit right. So you got a team of people that are experts doing maintenance and setting up tanks, setting up your booth tanks, right? Then on Thursday, they start doing a lot of vendor business, okay? So when you have a badge and you get in early on Thursday, the first thing you do as a store owner is you go to every display that has a display tank and you negotiate the price of the tank on Sunday. Because the tanks are cheap. Like, dude, you have like a $7,000 setup that you can get for like $1,500 because you're willing to take it down and carry it out. You know, they'll dump it, they'll empty it. It won't have any livestock in it. Or they might be like as is, meaning you got to drain it. They'll like have buckets and shit. You got to drain it and stuff. But you got to realize there's a 20,000 gallon tank in the back of fresh water and a 20,000 gallon tank in the back of salt water. That's all heated, mixed to perfection, perfectly clean, all certified, right? And then, so that's how the business is. We want you to come in. We want you to sit with us. We want you to learn from us. We want you to see the new products, play with the pumps, play with the lights. I'm actually a manufacturer for Coral View Industries, which is pretty much the largest US-based manufacturer that I know of. I mean, we have a 70,000 square foot warehouse here in Slidell, and we're going to be manufacturing a new thermostat for the reptile community next year. It's going to blow everybody up because we have $3 million invested in the process. It's going to be insane. So I'm looking really forward to Gator, which is the new Hydros-based thermostat for reptiles. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Right now, it's just called Hydros. Yeah, so you get to see all this stuff. You know, it's cool because with the Hydros app, Hydros Coral View's on one side of Macna, fucking this pump company's on the other side of Macna, right? And they got a giant tower, and this pump, Phil, this pump can shoot. It's a pump for your aquarium. It costs $3,000 for underneath your stand. But this pump can pump water all the way up to the top of the convention center from a well from the floor. That's how strong it is. So they build an acrylic column that you stack. They stack it in sections and put it together so you can see clear in it. It's got LED lights all up and down it. And from the Coral View booth on the other side of the show, you use a button on a controller to control the thing on the other side of the show at another booth for another vendor because they're partners in the industry, you know? And so we do that kind of stuff. It's fucking cool, man. The industry's great. And to build a thermostat for reptiles was like, this is easy, you know, at this point where they are. So I think it's incredible that Macna can run that way. I want an NARBC 3-day show so badly. I want people to be so dedicated to a show that's great, that's professional, that people want to come from Germany again. People want to come from Japan again. People listening to this, they're like, what are you talking about? I go to Tinley. I don't see anybody from Japan. Used to be a team of Japanese people with one translator going around buying everything. And if you were at my table and you had $5,000 out like this and you were talking to me and SIG International walked by, I would hand you off to an employee. Sorry. Bye. SIG's
I don't know when late 90s. First time I went down to mid or late 90s. First time I went down to Daytona.
Daytona started in 2000. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been right at 2000 though. You'd have been dead on the first show. That was the first show, and you saw a bunch of them, right?
Yeah, 4 dozen in front of me. 4 dozen people from Japanese.
Japan.
4 dozen people from Japan standing in front of me in line waiting to get into the show.
That's right. And it was one table, and it was one island, and the island was empty. It just had SIG International tablecloths and signs, and they used it just for the badges to get in, so that they would have vendor badges. They would buy an entire island in the middle of the most sold out show in the world, and they would leave it empty just for the badges because Wayne was stupid and didn't like sell badges for a bunch of money. And like, you know, like, I don't know why I do this, Sean. I don't sell badges for my show. You know that. If you want to get in my show, you got to buy a table like everyone else.
Yeah, buy a table.
Buy a table. You like my Wayne impression? I don't know if it's that good.
It's better than anyone. I'm going to try. So
okay, that's fine. You know, it's more or less content. Like, Sean, do you know what time it is? You forgot what time of day I do business, son. You need to call me back tomorrow at 7 a.m. That's exactly how he is. At least
Eugene Bissett does a pretty good Wayne Hill.
What's that?
I said Eugene Bissett does a pretty good Wayne Hill.
Oh yeah, I wish I could show that on my show. He teases me. He won't do my show. He'll do every show but mine. He'll do MJ's show. He won't do my show. He won't do it at all. So yeah, man, I think it's cool that we have you. Thank you very much for all you do. Andrew was an absolute piece of dog shit, and there was no way I was supporting your organization with that fucker at the helm. And as soon as you came on, bro, I brought as much force as I could with my puzzle balls and backed your ass with as much money as I could as a little bitty breeder in Louisiana with cages that were not a foot tall. For the record, Louisiana fuckers. Yeah, that's it. So thank you so much, bro, for what you do. I'm sure that everyone here agrees with that. We appreciate you so much. Even Fry in Australia appreciate you. Sean Gray, I know appreciates you because it's definitely going to affect his ass. Being my neighbor in Texas and
appreciate Sean. That was a good turnout last weekend.
One of the big, yeah. What was it like? Almost 5,000 people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the number he showed us. I don't know.
Louisiana.
You know what, Sean? I was thinking, you know, I might have. He said yes, sir. And I was thinking, you don't do some shit like Taco Bell, right? Does with like the timer on the window. You don't have people like walking and walking out, so your kids like count them twice, do you? I mean, that was a lot of people in there, I'll admit, but 5,000 people. I mean, that's 25% of Tinley Park. That's a lot of fucking people. You know, I mean, or at least 25% of the number that I was told Tinley Park was. But
considering how many people we got,
said, nope. But I didn't expect you to say yeah. I didn't expect you to say like, damn, you busted me, bro. You got me. I got a drone flying out.
Sean, just thinking about the signatures that we got, and you know everybody in that show didn't sign it. I mean, I think those numbers are probably legit from Sean.
How many signatures?
14.
I'm purely fucking with you, bro. And you know this.
1454. I got it written down right there.
1,454 signatures. Okay.
You know, so the next
time we go to a show,
if we got 1 out of every 3 people. Those numbers are legit.
That's great. That's great. Oh, Here's one of the volunteers from the show right here. I
Oh,
almost
sweet,
tagged you in
Andrew.
this.
Yeah,
Bro.
Andrew was there helping out on Sunday.
But I thought for sure you'd have seen my announcement 20 minutes earlier. I'm sorry I didn't tag you in it. Yeah, but you can go right back to what you were doing. It's fine. But thank you, sir. I love you so much. And what we have, you will be in Dallas, the new Dallas NARBC with the weird keeping laws.
Yeah, it's 100 tables bigger though than Arlington. So
100 tables bigger than Arlington. So hopefully you can get some static. I don't even know if I'm coming yet. I got to call Bob and see if I have a table. I hope I don't.
better do it soon.
Yeah, I know. I got to do that tomorrow. I didn't do it today. I slept most of the day.
That's okay. I think he's out of town or something till tomorrow. I got an email from him about something.
Yeah, you know. Oh, wait. So anybody is still here. As soon as Phil goes away, I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Ballsh Trades channel, which is going to be all about crypto. And I did talk to Mr. Potter today. He called me for trade advice, which is probably a terrible idea. That was probably an awful idea. But he made a bet in Sean Bradley's name that we're going to revisit at Christmas. So we shall see if I completely screwed his finances.
Did you tell him he's 6 months late or even 2 months late?
2 months late. No, he's very no. He was He was asking me what I thought about SHIB, and obviously I don't give financial advice, so I told him to do your own research. I even told him on the phone. He even texted him and his friend, do your own research.
Tell him he's billions behind me.
Yeah, right. Oh, so Morelia House says Phil is fucking cool. See you in Anaheim, sir. Brandon Wheeler says, yo. Thanks again for coming out, Phil. Sean, remind everyone they have until midnight tomorrow to get emails in. Midnight tomorrow to get emails in. I'll come on Facebook tomorrow and say it a couple times too.
Literally takes 20 seconds. 20 seconds of your time.
Midnight tomorrow. Emails in. So yeah, okay, get it done. Thank you, Phil. We appreciate you, bro. So much that you have no idea. You'll never know. Even though you get hugs and girls throw themselves at you, I see it. They do. They do. I wish I was daddy like you.
I wish I was daddy like you. You were across the room looking too far away.
Thank you, daddy. Thank you, daddy. That's it. Thank you, daddy. Everybody say thank you, daddy. Everybody met you, Phil. Say thank you, daddy. Thank you, sir. I'll see you Thursday.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Phil, for coming in and doing that. That was fucking awesome, right? It was great to be able to have him impromptu just pop in from his hotel room in Baton Rouge while he waits. And does that. He's not like I called him and I heard music on, but I think he was just playing music in the hotel while he was working on papers. I thought maybe he was in a strip club because Baton Rouge got some decent strip clubs. I mean, from Louisiana, it's not New Orleans, but it's better than nothing, you know. And I was like, I don't really know. He might not be in a strip club right now. So I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Are you busy right now? And this is like literally right when I wrote the announcement that he was coming. I didn't plan on this at all. I was like thinking about doing it, and I got here and the internet was out, and then the internet came back on. So I thought, fucking right, let's do it. All right, not financial advice. I know I'm on Facebook right now, and I'd probably rather not be, but actually, you know what? I'm going to dip out of Facebook. So if you're on Facebook right now, I can dip out of Facebook, right? I can just remove it from the stream. If you are on Facebook right now, I would like you to go to, if you do want to hear this, I'm going to be talking about crypto. I'm going to be talking about the market a little bit, talking about Bitcoin today. And I'm also going to be talking about Bullshit Trades, the channel that I'm going to make. And I'm going to make it as soon as I stop this so that someone else doesn't make it and take the static from this, which you might very well go do. Actually, Jason, if you want to go make it and send me the info. Can you short Bitcoin? Yes, you can short Bitcoin. You can short anything if you're on the right exchange. Technically, as an American, you're not allowed to bet derivatives. No, wait. Do they have derivatives on? Don't they have derivatives on Coinbase now? Do they have derivatives? Can you long and short on Coinbase now? I thought they had derivatives on Coinbase now. We're going to be researching that, but let's get this. Yeah, bye Facebookers. Please come over to the YouTube channel if you're interested. Sean Gray, I'd love to have you listening, and if you want to pop over to YouTube, I just want to shut this off because I'm going to cut down a lot of my Facebook crypto talks and bring them over to X just because I don't want to get X'd on Facebook. Zuck, I'm not trying to shill. I'm not a shiller. I'm not promoting a project. I'm not paid to promote a project. I'm just here to tell my friends who trusted me for the last 20 something years in snakes that we can talk about crypto, that I'm not going to make a direct financial benefit from it other than having more people involved in the technology. And I think it's fair enough for me to share with you how I've gotten my journey down and where your journey could maybe begin. because I do believe that this technology is here to stay as long as the internet is here to stay. And I think if I went back to 1997 and I told you, I'm sorry, not 1993, 1992, and I told you that internet thing would be what the internet thing is today, what do you think would happen? Like, how much would you have earned? How much would your family have earned? How much further along would you be in your life? Would you be independently wealthy? Would you own an island? Where would you be? So my whole point is this. If you're on Facebook right now, pop on over. I'm about to end the stream. Thank you very much. Please go and do the email thing. The link is in the chat here from Sean Gray. Thank you so much. And that's it. We're gonna go on to YouTube. So thanks a lot, Facebookers. I'll see you when I see you. All right. So remove that from the stream. So you guys are still here. Yeah, you guys are still here, right? I think I did that right. I'm very new at this thing. So what I'm going to do at first is I'm going to add some stuff to the stage. So what I want you guys to do, if anybody's here and you have a piece of paper handy, you can make a note or you can just go back and rewind the show. I'm going to give you 4 websites, apps, whatever you want to call them. There'll be websites on your computer, which I do advise you use a desktop to chart and to learn how to charting on your phone, unless you have a big note style phone with a stylus and all that, then you're going to have a really tough time charting on your phone. Okay. At least seeing stuff and being able to scroll and being able to drop fibs properly and everything. I'm not going to teach you deep charting. I'm not. I'm going to show you what I learned as a crypto guy, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep the noise out. Okay, I'm going to keep the noise out. So it is what it is. All right. So real quick, I'm just gonna, before I put my foot in my mouth, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna check the balance I have on a trade. I'm actually down on a trade I've been up on all day. Okay. I've been up all day on a trade. Now I'm red on this trade. But I'm not worried. Okay. I'm only 12% down on it. It's not terribly bad. Let's see. Apparently Shib ripped, huh? Did Shib rip off? And like Potter's gonna be like, what the fuck did I do? Why did I sell? But I'm telling you, this is what it absolutely ripped off. Absolutely ripped off. See, it was a bad idea. Shouldn't listen to Sean. At the same time, I mean, he didn't listen to me for that, but he listened to me for like all I said. He asked me what I thought about how stable it was. I said, it's really not stable. I said, these coins can rip, but here's the point about Shiba. So many retail investors invested in Shiba. So many people that didn't know anything about crypto just bought it when it was at an all-time high. And a lot of people right now need money. Okay. And the simple fact is, if your money's tied up in a coin and you're trying to get back to break even, as soon as it breaks even, what are you going to do? Even if the market's on fire? Because right now the market's on fire and a lot of people are still not broken even on SHIB. So if you're broken even or you're near a break even point that you can stomach a loss, I don't know why you wouldn't take it. It ran 200 and some percent today or whatever since yesterday. I mean, why wouldn't you take that? Why wouldn't you just say, this is profit? That's it. Or I'm almost the way back. Now, wait, I will say this. Do not take that profit to USDT. Do not take that profit to USDC. Do not take that profit to a stable coin. Do not take that profit to a stable coin. Take it into Bitcoin. Transfer it into Sol. Transfer it into ETH. Do not put it in stable coin, because I'm telling you, everything is going up, including SHIB. My only problem with SHIB is I don't know when all the retail is really in. I know when I was trading, it was like 7.3, 7. It was like the very end I was trading it, But now that it's doing what it's doing, I have no idea what's going on there. I have no fucking clue what's going on there. Like, I don't know where these people are. I don't know what these people are, when these people are going to sell. And the funny thing is this shit's getting hot and it's getting really overheated. And I'm going to show you a couple things on how you can figure out what's overheated and what's not, and how to read basic stuff. Okay. And we're going to go in and see stuff. So right now I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to start with one website called TradingView. Okay. Now, tradingview.com. You can pay for it. It's or you can use it for free for like 30 days or whatever, I think. Or you can use it for free all the time. I don't really know. I pay for it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pull up the let's see. First of all, I'm going to tell you, trade like a pro. Turn off your fucking white screens. Okay. So everything has a different dark. I hate that everything's dark mode is in a different place. So on TradingView on a desktop, it's right up here. On a phone, you're on your own. I have no idea. You go find it. Switch to dark mode. Way easier to chart, to see stuff, everything else, right? Way easier. Oops. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. Back to TradingView. Okay, so tradingview.com. And like I said, you can do that. So now in this top corner here, this is where your symbol is going to be here. This is your list over on the right side is going to be your list of favorite coins. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new watch list on this account and let's see. A new watch list, create a new list. Oh, I guess I can't make a list without doing that. All right, well, let's see. Do a 30-day. I'm going to have to just go ahead and get a Ballsh account whenever I do that. I'll make a new list next time after I do all this stuff with you guys, because I'm going to get a referral link for them so that you can refer. The podcast can get some credit for the referrals and stuff. As you go to a symbol search, first, we're going to start on Bitcoin. We'll just start with the Big Daddy. This is what you want to definitely have in your system. If we're on Coinbase, we're just going to go ahead and add the Coinbase Bitcoin chart right here. And that's where we are right here. So then at the top up here, you have the day tab right there, right? Now that could be any of these. Okay, now when you have let's see. All right, so I want you to go, when you go, I want you to go to the day tab, and I want you to highlight the 3 minute, the 15, the 1, the 2, the 4. Let's see what else we got here. The day, the week. I also do the 8, but apparently the 8 is not available on the free thing, and they all are listed right up here. So this is going to be Bitcoin on the daily. Okay. That's going to be Bitcoin on the daily. So what I want to do is I want to go back out to the weekly. Okay. And that's going to be it there. All right. And I just want to show you guys something to play with. Back out to the weekly. Start at your lowest low. It's in the neighborhood of where you're at. And just drag out a line that touches the bottom. Now you want that to touch once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. If you can get 4 touches, you've got a trend line. So that's a basic long trend line for Bitcoin at the bottom, right? Now, what that's telling us is, as you can see, it went up and followed. It came down. It rutted along that line. It bounced off that line again. More than likely, if the coin went down to here, it would bounce off. Unless it went down and didn't pass the test and went below, and then it's going to go down. Okay. And that's going to be why you draw a trend line, to just see basics of where you're going. Now, some people may use something more like, let me undo all those. I'm going to leave that basic trend line up. Okay. Do you hold overnight or sell a $200 loss? Stop asking me questions and just listen. You're going to make that decision on your own based on these basic things that we talk about. Okay. We're going to back down to let's see. Well, look, I'll show you a double channel real quick. Some people like to use a parallel channel. Go like that, follow the same line, and it's going to allow us to click off and lift this up. We want to go up and get the same thing, 2 or 3 touches. So we're going to go start at that first one. We're going to go right like that. Okay. Now, I promise you here, if you run this, you will see this coin go like this, more than likely. Maybe not. Maybe it does this. Straight off. Maybe it does this. Bam. Maybe so. So, here we go. We're going to take off this shit. All right. And I'm going to blow your mind with another thing. I'm going to go down to 4 hour. I'm going to zoom in on those lines. Okay. Personally, I use the Heikin-Ashi candles. The way they work is it's green till it's red, then it's green till it's red. It's not green and red, green and red, green and red, right? It's a trend. A green trend, a red trend. A green trend, a red trend. Get that up here at the top. You click on the candle, go down to Heikin-Ashi. All right. Now, on Bitcoin, we're going to look at this. We're going to look at a potential Bitcoin pullback. Let's see. Let's look at the 4 hour. And we're going to do this cool thing. Well, you know what? Here we go. it's really, man, it's really hard to do graphs on it, like show you guys on this because it's like straight the fuck up, like it's straight up. Let's come down here and see if Fibonacci works here. We're going to use this little tool here, and it's going to allow me to drag this from here to here, and it brings out these lines and stuff. If I bring it all the way over to there, I'm going to 15, and we're going to zoom in on this little thing here. See what we got. It's really hard when the stocks moving like they are to see this properly because of the way it is. But if you notice where I drew these lines, look at how it ruts around in there. And it comes up out of it right here, and it gets to this line, and it hesitates a little bit, and it tests it again right here. You see that? Then goes up. Can you guys make it out, right? And goes up, and it tests this line here. Can you see that? Do you think there's merit to this guide, to this Fibonacci scale? Because I'm telling you right now, in crypto, we don't have a lot of, like, production affecting the price, scandal affecting the price. We don't have like the variables that stocks do. Now this works in stocks too, but it doesn't work as well in stocks as it does in crypto. Okay. But the thing that's cool is it shows you the points where you can expect to have settling, and you can expect to take profit. You can expect to see things crash. Like, look at this. We went along in the middle of this channel all of a sudden, and we're hovering in the middle of this area here, and it hit right here, and it just took off. But when it took off and went up, yeah, it hesitated in those spots, and that's because of resistances left, right? When in doubt, look left. That's the rule. So, ads, man, I got to get these browsers straight. But look where it did. It shot up out of there. It came right back down, though. Look, it tested that line. So you see merit in the Fibonacci scale. I bet you fucking do. All right. So that would be your fib. You saw the trend line. Okay. Now we're going to go back over here to this chart that we were on before. Oh, let me go back to this one here. I'm going to delete this Fibonacci here, and I'm going to show you horizontal supports and resistances. So you back it out to the weekly again. And I'm going to use the rectangle function. And I'm going to basically hover with my dotted line around to where a lot of dots hit it. I'll call that a good point of horizontal resistance, possibly there. Ooh. All right. Okay. I'm going to call that horizontal resistance. And why do we call that horizontal resistance? Because we go up right here, and we see this go. We see it come down, and look, it checks right here and goes right back up. Comes back down, stays outside, comes up, checks right in here. This 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 checks right in here. So when this needed to shoot up, it's going to rut. But look, it rutted. It went up once, and it failed slightly lower. Let's zoom in. When in doubt, zoom out. And now we're going to zoom in. Let's see. 1 hour. Let's see. Get a little bit closer to. Where the hell, man? What was I on the daily? Now I'm all confused. All right, there I am. There I am, the daily. Let's zoom in on this right here on the 4 hour. All right, look, we stayed right in here. Isn't that crazy how well those things work? And look, bump, bump, bump. And as soon as it busts out, we got a breakout, boys, and it takes the fuck up. And look, we got a breakout, boys. A bunch of guys jump in it, but a bunch of guys jump in it, but a bunch of guys don't. And a bunch of people just say, wait and let it retest. Test, 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 test. Wham. Wham. That's it. Wham. As soon as this broke, as soon as this horizontal broke, okay? And that's this guy right here. We're going to use this horizontal line right here. All right. And as soon as, look at that, you got a high, a slightly higher high. I mean, look, it was a slightly higher high, like probably not nothing, like a couple cents, not anything at all, slightly higher high. And it rejected that higher high. It goes down and it went up and it went up. And look, see that first candle? Can you make that first candle out? Look at where it stopped. Look at that first candle right there. That's a 4 hour candle. Every candle stands for 4 hours on this chart. That 4 hour candle went right up and touched my horizontal line, just like this one did. Right? This is why I'm a chartist. I don't care about fundamentals. I don't give a fuck about. Well, no, that's not true. I like fundamentals when you're telling me, like, yo, This company's got a game coming out like Grand Theft Auto 6. And I'm like, whoa, we got to jump on that. I care about fundamentals then, right? You feel me? I care a lot about fundamentals then. But normally I don't care about fundamentals at all. So I just look at, I'm a chartist, but I'm also a trader. So I lose a lot more money than people that care about fundamentals probably. They're real money. And I'll get into fundamentals. Trust me, I'll be a whale one day. Not today. I gotta be a piranha right now. I gotta run around and pick up little bits because I'm poor. Okay. My accounts are very low compared to what they need to be. Okay. So look at that. Gray Rider comes in. Mr. I took it upon myself to buy a genetic testing rig to start testing ball pythons on my kitchen counter. This dude right here is a bomb ass dude. I like this guy a lot. And he's very open to sharing too. So thank you very much, Gray Rider, for being a dope ass motherfucker. You know, and here you go. Some TA, bro. Some TA. So thanks for being a part of the TA. And I wish it was the TA that maybe some people think when I say TA, but it ain't that TA today. Today it's this TA, and this TA will allow you to get all that other TA that you want if you got enough money, right? You get plenty of TA with that Lambo, right? Gray Rider. What are you riding in? You know, Knight Rider over here. He's got Kit 2000s kicking it. All right, back to the charting. So you saw that horizontal resistance, right? So, I mean, I don't know, Jason, if you're learning anything. You know, you said fair when I said you had to learn, right? You're going to learn. You're going to learn some stuff. And I don't even care if you guys are watching this or whatever, but I will say this. I do need to be like the whole not financial advice and all that type of stuff. You know, I mean, I won't play this out. You know, this is not financial advice. Do not take this advice and use it for your own money. You may lose everything. This is gambling. This is definitely not secured. The SEC is not involved in it. It is manipulated, not by me. I don't have enough money to do that, but it is manipulated and it is beyond everything. So this is my animal money announcement, but I also have the other money announcement too. That you know, I mean, you can see that whole like that part there. Was definitely the God damn it thing. Hide. There you go. That was it there. Not financial advice at the bottom. There it is. So you got that. But I'm telling you, man, this is something you can learn. You can figure this stuff out. So from that horizontal right there, as soon as it broke that horizontal, it hit up here and then it went down and probably got rejected for a minute. And as soon as that fucking candle went, look at where the other candle started. And it just went. It just fucking went. Okay. It went 30%. You don't understand. Bitcoin normally moves 5% on a run, 7% on a run. Bitcoin doesn't fucking move this much on a run in a normal cycle. Like when we're down in here, it's like sideways and shit. Okay. So that's that. So that's it. I'm not going to show you much more TA because I don't want to lose the noobs that don't want to learn this part. They just want to know what to buy. I want to know what to buy. It doesn't work that way. This is how we figure out what to buy. Okay. We go to the charts and we look at them and we don't buy up here. We don't fucking buy up here. That's called FOMO, the fear of missing out. No FOMO, bro. No fucking FOMO, bro. No fear of missing out. We don't buy up here. We don't buy fucking Bitcoin at $68,295. That's why it's not moving very much. Actually, to be totally honest with you guys, I'm surprised Michael Saylor's not coming and buying like a fucking pile of this just to push it over the line. Because we literally are within all-time highs. I mean, look at this all-time high. This is the all-time high. That's how much we missed the all-time high already, right? We didn't get the all-time high, right? Like we didn't get that while I've been like talking to Phil, right? No, it's not quite there, right? Like we're not. Oh yeah, look how much it missed. Yeah, here we're gonna put it at the exact all-time high. Let's see if we can get it down there. We're gonna put it dead on. Oh, it's all nines? Is that it? It's 69 or it's 6009, 6909.99. It's all nines. Yeah, I think it's all nines, isn't it? It stopped on the all nines. What the fuck did I do? How do I get that there? Where is it? 68,900. There it is. 68,999.99. Right at the edge of oblivion. At the edge of oblivion. There we are. All right. We got it in the chart. Now we got it in the chart. There it is. The set line for the maximum Bitcoin. And look how short we are. Look how short we are. We're so fucking short. We're just a little bit short. We're going to 3-minute time. Look at the 3 minutes. Look at the 3 minutes. Look at that shit. Would you look at that shit? Look at how ridiculously close we are to the all-time high of Bitcoin that a million people told me in the last couple of years that it would not get here, that it wouldn't be here, that no one would have this and all this shit. Absolutely ridiculous. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? The movie Trading Places was filmed on my trading floor back in the day. That's one of my favorite fucking Eddie Murphy movies, bro. And you got to see Jamie Lee Curtis's boobs in it, and they were actually pretty nice. Like you never thought. Like when you were watching True Lies, you're like, man, that short haircut, and she's kind of jockey. But when she was younger, she did bare all on that movie. Everybody loves pork bellies. That's right. That's right. Man, that movie was good. Well, hey, man, I mean, we got a real master in the house. Okay. He traded mostly coffee. He was a commodity trader on a trading floor in Lower Manhattan for 6 years. Awesome, dude. Well, if you hear me say something absolutely stupid, feel free to jump on in there. Frozen OJ. That's right. That's right. Trading spaces. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's draw a trend line on a 3-minute chart. Now, listen, 3-minute chart is what I hone in on for direction of market. You do not trade this chart. 15-minute chart. That's where I hone in on for direction of market. Short trades too. These are swing trade time zones. You do not trade on this chart. 1 hour, that's a little low for most of you guys to trade. 2 hours, still quite low for most people to trade. 4 hours, a good trading window to do. Okay, it's a good time to start looking at the 4 hour and then the 8 hour and then the day. Okay, if you're a spot trader and you're a holder, you really need to be at the day. Okay, you really need to be on the 1 day. You really don't need, look at this guy. Got to run and finish testing, teach these guys. All right, cool, man. If you watch it later, let me know if I fuck up, So, yeah, I just want you guys to know. So fucking close. So fucking close. So fucking close. I mean, goddamn. Look how fucking close. Look at the T's. Look at the fucking T's, dude. How much does it have to go up? How much does it have to go up? Hold on. Like, how much percent? 0.23%. Yeah, there you go. 0.23. Yeah, about 0.23%. It has to go up to get to the all-time high. And then the motherfucker's going to go down. But that's okay, because we just needed to get there. We just needed to get there. We actually needed to surge over. We needed to be like, what the fuck? We need China to come in right fucking now. Okay. So that's the other things. Okay. So right now, that's going to be enough for TradingView. I want you guys to go in there right now and maybe hook up accounts. Those of you that are a little bit zealous and you want to beat the recommended link on the podcast, Ballsh Trades channel. It's going to be up that has a link for a TradingView thing. And let's see, Coinbase is the next one that I want to review here is Coinbase. I'm not going to log into my Coinbase right now because I don't even know the email address of my Coinbase, but a lot of you are using Coinbase, aren't you? And let me see really quickly. Is this Coinbase Pro a different site? Yes, it is. Okay. We will also, if you know more about crypto and you want to chart or you don't want to buy TradingView, I'm going to be using Coinbase Pro, I think, to do most of the trade charting so that I'm able to show you how you can more easily do it. But the thing about Coinbase is they made it very simple for you as a regular person to use a trading platform. It's Coinbase.com. Say, okay, so you guys are familiar with this on your phones. I'm going to use this screen just to show you because I don't have it. I'm not going to pull it up on my phone. I don't use it. I use Coinbase to on-ramp my money. I don't use Coinbase to trade, although many of you will be able to trade like me if you want to with your own choice, not mine, and your own research. If you would like to use Coinbase, then you may, and we'll tell you to swap. I'll tell you to swap coins, or I'll swap coins, whatever, but back and forth between. But definitely don't just do it because I said it. Go and do the charting. Go and look up the company. Go and figure out what you're doing. Don't do it because I said it. I'm not going to like it if somebody's like, I lost everything because of you. I'm going to be like, no, you didn't, motherfucker. You lost everything because of you. because you're an idiot. So don't do that. Don't lose shit. Don't do that. Okay. So here's Coinbase. That's the next one you guys will familiarize yourself with. Many of you already are, you know. Can you put limit, Jason? Can you put limit orders on Coinbase, or did you use Coinbase Pro to do that? What did you do with limit order? Where did you place your limit order on? So what he's talking about, a limit order, that's where he set a sell point for SHIB just in case his thing goes up and he'll get his money out. So there's going to be a lot of people. The higher SHIB goes, the more people are going to think about pulling their money out. Okay. And I think that makes sense to a lot of you. All right. So Coinbase has a lot of stuff on it. So that's Coinbase. I'm going to just switch windows. I'm going to drag that tab over here. So you get Coinbase app for the phone. That's basic Coinbase. That's what most of you are using now, where you're able to drag it back and forth. And it's free, right? Isn't it free? You don't have to pay trade fees, right? Like if you move it around in here, it's all free. Because you pay a massive fucking funding fee when you put it on from a credit card or PayPal or whatever. You pay like many percents more than just a PayPal fee. Like it's not a ton, but it's definitely more, right? And on-ramping is on-ramping, right? You're going to have to on-ramp somewhere. You on-ramp at Coinbase. If you guys are a little bit more last cycle token, you hear crypto.com. That will work as an on-ramp for you. Crypto.com will work if you're on crypto.com. I personally don't use it either, but I know, I believe Mr. Phil Goss was using crypto.com, and he was a crypto.com savvy guy. Last cycle, he showed me his little thing. He had lots of little diamonds to get lots of little free boxes of fractional amounts of coins, but he's saving them. He's smart. Phil's a smart, savvy guy. Okay. He really is a smart fucking guy. When he was like, yeah, I'm saving all these, right? Or I got all these fucking stars, and he's just, will save the mystery boxes until the coin's worth more. That's a good idea. So on-ramping, on-ramping, crypto.com, Coinbase, on-ramp. Trading, crypto.com is okay. It was all right. I don't know how they've changed it now, if they have a DEX with limit orders and stuff. Coinbase Pro, however, you have to it's a different platform, apparently, or it used to be. I'm sure it still is. You have to transfer your Coinbase funding from Coinbase to Coinbase Pro. But once you're in Coinbase Pro, mind you, there are trade fees. Okay. There are trade fees. All right. So at that point, I just think that using this allows you a lot more. It allows you a charting area that I believe they allow you to draw in. They give you a couple of indicators and stuff. They won't nearly have the indicators we have on the show, because I'm going to use this some, but I'm going to use TradingView for all like the fibs and all that type of stuff, because then we'll have it on record for next time. Okay. So yeah, you have to use, yes, definitely costs money to sell. Oh, it costs money to sell back to cash. Is that what you mean on there? Whatever. So if it goes through, it'll be 50-ish bucks. It costs to sell on Coinbase Pro. Yeah, because you have limit orders in, right? I mean, you have limit orders, so you're gonna have a trade fee. You're gonna have a fee. So I like Coinbase Pro, I guess, for a DEX. It'll get your feet wet on a DEX and what all the numbers mean and all that. I don't go by all of the order block numbers and everything. That might be something we dive into more. But I'm really doing a KISS show on crypto, a very keep it simple, stupid thing on crypto. Okay, so off of exchanges between Coinbase Pro, crypto.com. I highly recommend a VPN, that you guys get onto some sort of a VPN to protect your online activity. I'm not sure like which one to use exactly. I might have a coupon code for Nord or something like that, or some sort of thing for the podcast. I'm really not sure. But yeah. So let's see. Hold on a second. I got like, Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see. All right, back to this crypto.com. All right, next site, bookmark, put in your phone. They do have an app, would be coinmarketcap.com. That's the next one. Let's see. And this is what I would go to. We're going to get an account on here. And we're going to use the favorites. And we're going to make lists of things to watch. Or I think I might skip the coin market cap for the list and just bring you guys to something that you definitely won't forget. And that is CoinGecko.com. So CoinGecko is the last one. The reason I say CoinGecko and Coin Marketplace. So, Andrew says, so you can watch porn in Louisiana and Mississippi, added perks. That's funny. So anyway, yeah, VPN into exchanges out of the country for derivatives and such. We may do some of that as well. Let's see. For example's sake only, though, not for real. The fear and greed index. The thing I like about CMC is that the fear and greed index is up on the thing, and the halving is also up here on the thing. The Bitcoin halving. A lot of you might be hearing about the halving, and you're like, "What is this halving? What is this halving?" Well, the CMC Bitcoin halving is predicted to happen in 48 days, 17 hours, 27 minutes, and 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And basically, it does have the halving explained here, and it shows you how along the way, as Bitcoin grows and ages, it actually deflates itself. Okay, the very first slice, halving slice, first 50% of Bitcoin mining rewards were slashed. So basically what happens is the mining rewards per block are reduced by half. It's the halving. It happens every certain often. November 28th, 2012, the first one. November or July 9th, 2016 to May 11th, 2020. 1 million more. Okay. It again slashes the thing by half. So it goes from, let's see, it goes from 50 to 25 per block, 25 to 12.5, 12.5 to 6.25, 6.25 to 3 point whatever. And here we are, 2024 and beyond on September 23rd, 2023. September 23rd, 2023, just as the winter that we are in right now started, I would say it is no longer crypto winter, guys. It is the fucking bull market. Bitcoin price 25,764. And as of today, right now, 68,095. Okay. So wow. And look, it bounced. Okay. And that was what I was waiting for real quick. Let's see. I can just come right here. I can get on this spot right here, get that dot going. And I can see how I can line up here and where I can get those hits. Look at that hit. Look at that. Wham. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. It went past. It's okay. Number 5's right next to it, though. That's what indicated that this little drip could be ignored. And then all the way up here to number 6 where it consolidated up. And look, wham. Do you think a trend line doesn't work, guys, after watching this little show? You guys that don't know anything about a trend line just had your fucking mind blown, right? Like your mind just went because you saw just a little straight fucking line show you how traders trade. That's it. That's how traders trade. It's that fucking easy. It really is. Or it's that hard, right? It could do the complete opposite and not do that at all. Look at that fib. Look at that fib. Drive that fib out. See, look, went past it, hit the line. Because in this case, you had a line coming up and intersecting this red line. And this coin is going to test this one first, and then somebody's going to sell it. And as soon as it dips below that line, it's going to test the next one. And then when it tests this one, it bounced right the fuck off. Look at that. Pow. Trend lines, horizontal resistances, and the Fibonacci scale. Okay. The Fibber, the Fibba-Bibba, the Fiba-Biba. If you're Shiba Inu, Shiba Biba investors, you definitely want to get used to things like this whenever you're trying to trade your coins, because they will tell you a lot about when to buy and when to sell. Okay. So don't sell too soon. Today was just a thing. Like, I don't know. I might never be allowed in an NARBC ever again, but I told him, not responsible for your actions. I've lost a lot more money than you've made. Not really. He's made a lot of fucking money. So yeah, CoinGecko.com, CMC. The halving is coming up. We're going to go from that same 6.25 down to 3 point, whatever. And that's it. And it says more here. You can go and check it out. There's a lot of bets on it too. Like you can actually go, look, there's one more site. There's one more site. My fam's site, Crypto Banter. We're going to go to Banter Bubbles. Banter, Banter, Bubbles. BanterBubbles.com. And Banter Bubbles. Oh, no, wait. It's Banter Bubbles, not Banter Bubble. Wait, I put the S in. I put the S in. Sorry, Ran. And there it is. It's so much fun. Look at the balls show up, and the bigger they are, the more they grew. Look at some of these numbers, dude. 80%. And then you can change this from the hour. We can go to hourly. Look, ooh, we got some red in the market now. Ooh, look, Floki's down. PulseX is down. Lunk. You know what Lunk is? Lunk is the converted Luna coin. Terra Luna Classic. If you ever heard the name Do Kwon, he was also one of the most wanted men in the world last year and the year before. Year before? Year before, 2022. 2022, the beginning of 2022, the Luna exchange crashed. And this is actually Lunk. Look at that. It grew 5.54%. So here's the thing I wanted to say. And this is a prime example. Lunk is a great example. Luna Classic is a great example. It used to be just called Luna. Terra Luna. Luna's a great example of crypto and what I feel is great about crypto. Okay, right now, if Apple computers had gone through what the original Luna had gone through, Terra Luna, classic Terra Luna chart, all-time chart. Okay, all-time chart of what? $10 to 85 cents. Is that right? No, that's not right. This is a converted thing, right? Like, what was the Terra Luna? Let me see. Terra Luna chart before crash. Terra Luna chart before crash. So there you go. This was, let's see. Terra Luna, Luna. There you go. Luna. There you go. No. God damn it. I'm not prepared for this part, obviously. There you go. So that was Terra that day. Beyond bad. Beyond fucking bad. Oh, God damn it. I'll find a good chart. Beyond bad, though. I mean, really, if you look at it, it's ridiculous. Like, this thing was at $120 and it went below the floor. Okay. So I was trading this on leverage margin when it crashed because I lost $500 from here down here. My $500 turned into like a fraction of a penny. And down here at the bottom, I bought $300 worth of Luna that night. I was sitting outside talking to my friends on the phone about it. We were talking about it. I bought $300 worth of Luna at the bottom right here, and I made $700 in like 5 minutes when it went up a little bit. But the crazy story was, never mind the $400 in quick profit I made. The crazy story was the $300 that I originally started with. These are 1 day candles, I'm assuming, or maybe 12-hour candles, I think. 1 week candles. These are week candles. If you look at this candle was in 1 day. This was pretty much 1 day candle. The day before, when it was up in here, the $300 was worth, because it was a fraction of a cent down here. It wasn't the $4 range, whatever. It was like a fraction of a cent. At the bottom, the $400 was worth $300 million. Like, it was an absolute insane amount. Like, the day before that, the coin that I was using, or the coins that I had in my wallet, equaled what some poor person lost as $300 million. So leveled, like there were people falling from the sky that day. There were suicides worldwide. There were like 5 announced suicides. I think there were some public ones on like X on Twitter and stuff. I think some people killed themselves live on live stream because it was awful. Like every fucking thing. It was like 4 billion, 5 billion maybe dollars. And then, so then you had, so it's still alive, though. That's the thing. So what if Apple computers had gone through some sort of a freak crash or something like that? Where would Apple be? What about NVIDIA? Where would NVIDIA be? Being a company that's whole with all these people, with all this stuff, these projects stay alive because when one person's a bad actor and it's a good project, okay, you have this insane rip. You have these people that are really interested in doing, in working with it. Like they're like, oh, we'll bring that thing back from the dead. We'll work on Lunk. We'll do it. We'll get it done. So this is the hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Look at Luna. Look at Luna coming right back up. I mean, it's incredible how well it's done. But look at the price, 0.0000. Think in mind, this used to be $120. This is what's left of it. But people are still trading it. They're still doing stuff. They're still working on things. Okay? That's it. Look at this. Take the trade. Love it. These bubbles are great, and you can drag them through if you want and put them in a different spot. You put this on a whole nother screen. And the thing is, this is the top 100. What I like is ecosystems. I like ecosystems. And I told Potter, if I were you, if that was my SHIB and I was satisfied with the loss, even though I might make it back, I would put it in Solana. And look. The biggest ball there is. We click on Solana. We see what ran today. Samo ran today, 42%. Elon, 48%. Jesus. These are bullshit coins. Bonk, another meme. These are all meme coins, guys. Memes are running like mad. Look at all this other shit. It's not running. You know what Sol is? Sol's a great video game blockchain, whatever, right? And it's in 17% in the red. That's a good one. Myro the dog. You want to know what happened with Myro the dog? Let me tell you a story about Myro the dog right quick. The daily, the weekly, the hourly. Let me see. Daily, the weekly, the monthly, no, the weekly. It's just a shit chart. Whatever. This is today. This is what? I don't know. The 3rd, the 4th. Today's the 4th. Oh, it's a new week. I say. Whatever. Anyway, advanced charts. I like that. Man, I love Rand's site, banterbubbles.com. You guys need to bookmark. Banter Bubbles. I think Banter Bubbles even has an app. CoinGecko. CoinMarketCap. Okay. Crypto.com, Coinbase or Coinbase Pro. And those are going to be in your wheelhouse. Jason, here's the thing, dude. You're gambling when you're with memes, okay? You're gambling when you're with memes because they have absolutely no real world use. They have absolutely, and some people are like, what is the real world use of any of this shit? All right, let me explain to you where crypto is going, okay? Are you ready for the reason why I'm putting so much conviction of myself behind this market? Would you like me to tell you? I'll tell you why. Because I don't play video games. But a motherfucking ton of people do. Absolutely ton of people do. I'm sorry. Tell my kid unite. Anyway, having trouble getting through. So yeah, this is the reason why. Okay. This is the reason why. Because of gaming. I don't play games. I don't fucking play games. I really don't. I don't care about games. I think it's a waste of time. I think gaming is a waste of time. But it also doesn't mean that it's not a $200 billion a year industry globally. It doesn't change a thing. It doesn't change the thing that I give my kid things like Roblox. Let's see. All right. So I give my kid things like Roblox, and Roblox has Robux in it, right? Robux. So what if Robux was traded here? What if Robux was a tradable coin? What if Robux was Polis? Okay. And Polis doesn't look great, but Polis looks great this year. Look at this. This looks great. This is healthy. If we look at Polis on the yearly, we'll just take Polis for example. Polis is a really good example because I am in Polis. I am in Polis very much. It's the Star Atlas DAO. It's the operational coin of a game called Star Atlas. If we look at the all-time, it's flat. Look at the all-time here. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm not even putting you on the thing. Here you go. Here. Look at how flat it went. Like it went down to nothing. It went down to really nothing. Okay. All right. I think it should be all right. My daughter fell asleep already. It's fine. It's all good. All right. So, yeah, it looks great. It looks great, right? It looks down at the bottom. Like it's rutting along 47 cents. This thing was up at $14.60 fucking cents. Wow. $14.60. Oh, that thing is dead. Oh, really? You think this is dead? Okay. All right. This is not dead. This is not dead at all. And then you have Atlas, which is the main coin for the game. Man, probably going to look fucking dead too. Let's see. So, Polis is the game that governs the game. And that's weird. Atlas is the one you use inside the game as a currency. Star Atlas. Okay. And here's Star Atlas. Star Atlas is down too. Look at this. It's very down. You know, it's gone down. Everybody's pulling money out to put in memes. Everybody's chasing this meme pump. Okay. All time. Star Atlas. Look at this. Star Atlas was at 23 cents all time high. Now down to 0.0073. That's moving 2 zeros out of the way, folks. That's, wait. Do you have my screen up? Is this up? Andrew, I see that, but I didn't have it up a minute ago. I think I have it up now, right? You guys have it, right? And obviously nobody's watching this yet. Eventually, I hope to have enough people subscribing to Market Mondays that want to come on and learn and do this stuff. If not, I'm just wasting my time, but it's fine. So, yeah. So this is Atlas, Star Atlas. Let's go over to the website. You can look all the information up right here on the side. This is not something you guys can buy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to walk you through DeFi buying yet. This is going to be weeks and weeks from now when you guys get comfortable with Coinbase and things like that. You're still not seeing it. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me just remove the screen. You see me, right? Oh, you see it now. Fuck it. Now you see it. Motherfucker. God damn it. All right. Now, there it is. There it is. Hopefully it's there. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Star Atlas, here we are. You know, again, like I said, 23 cents all the way down to 0.0073. And look at it on the 1 day, though. It's dipping down to 7.3. On the 7 day, it was at 7.3. At the height, it was just up at 8.4. It's not moving much, okay, because this is a game. All right. It's not super popular at the moment. The same thing with Polis. There's one called Senate. That is probably doing a lot more activity right now. Let's see what Senate's very active. This game is called Sidus Heroes. This is the governance token for Sidus Heroes. But what I want to show you is something like Beam, because Kevin Johnson's a fellow reptile guy. He's all about Beam. Beam ran 13.65% the last 24 hours. Beam is a gaming ecosystem that recently came about. That I was able to invest in very earlier. Are you fucking kidding me, guys? There's a delay on the chat, too. So, that's a problem. The delay in the chat's a pain in the ass. I hate the fucking chat on StreamYard. I'm going to have it on the HUD, on the thing. Here, hold on a minute, guys. Just give me a second. Don't leave me, bro. Because really, this is my passion. Hold on a second. I'm not gonna jet. This is my passion now. I really have fallen into this brainwashed, shit, whatever you want to call it. I really have, and it's not. Oh, hey, hissy fit reptiles. Hey. All right, still not seeing it. Not seeing it. Yep, you're not seeing it. That's for fucking sure. You're definitely not seeing it. Now you're seeing it. Jesus Christ. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, here we go. I know it's there, but it's not supposed to be there. When I turn it off, it comes on. How the fuck is that? Apple must have made that shit. Bam. There it is, guys. Now I sees it. All right. I got it up on my phone. I'm sorry I didn't have a YouTube. I got a TV hanging. I got a TV, extra TV back here on the floor. I got to hang on a wall, that wall in front of me, and that way I can use it for shit like this. Okay. So, yeah, there's that. All right, I got to unpack snakes still. Some from the show that didn't get to yesterday because I was too fucking tired. But I'm going to finish this with you guys so that you can see, the last few of you that are still here can see. And I'll do a chart for you if you guys throw me a couple coins. I'll go chart them with you before I leave if you want. I'll chart SHIB. I'll chart what I'm working on today, because what I'm working on today, I don't know where I'm going with it. I don't know where the profit line is on it at all. In fact, I don't even know how I'm doing on it, to be honest with you, because I've been on here with you guys, not trading. It's really hard with the internet being all choppy like this. Seriously? Oh yeah, curve is just hanging out. I can't tell. It's hard to tell when the internet's funky and shit. Let me see. All right, there we go. All right, so here we go. Ballship. Ballship, the Ballship podcast. It is the first crypto I bought. I bought Shiba Inu the very first day I bought crypto, October 21st, 2021. None of my friends would help me do it. Well, one friend helped me do it. Then, yeah. So, anyway, this used to be Merit Circle, MC. Now it's Beam. Actually, you know what? Let's go look at Bull instead. I think Bull was a bigger growth. Let me see. Was Bull a bigger growth? Yeah, let's see. 3ULL. 3ULL. Play a bowl games. Play a bowl games. Play a bowl games. There we go. Yeah, you're way up here, man. I bought like down here. I bought in 0.0008 is where I bought in from my friends. I sold here. I bought again. I sold here. I bought again. I bought and sold several times. But the growth is tremendous on this coin in that time period. I don't know why it didn't show me the percentage. I'm not the most savvy host at this point yet. Yeah, the 1 year, the maximum. The maximum? Did they have a maximum? No. Yeah, man. Crazy, right? Crazy growth. And this is just a gaming thing. This is just a gaming thing. Just video games, right? And keep in mind ownership, NFTs, ownership, all that stuff. We're going to talk about all that stuff. But I really want your questions to help me out because I'm not a professional trading host. I'm not. Okay. Narratives. Let's see. Narratives. What I love is GameFi. Right now, look at meme. Okay. This is what's great about Banter Bubbles. Okay. Banter Bubbles can be your best fucking friend in the world just because they visually will show you what's going on in this gigantic market. And you're going to just look at a long screen for. So you have a Banter Bubble thing up. But see how awesome it is? And you can look up that hourly performance Solana ecosystem, or whatever. I can close that out. Right. Categories. Let's see. Fucking you can do narratives, which is the subject matter, right? Like AI. Look at AI. 811% up on AI themed things, AI based things, privacy based things, GameFi based things, storage based things. For all of you people that don't think crypto has a real life connection, you really don't understand crypto. You think it's bullshit because you don't own it. You can't touch it. But when you touch a dollar bill, you're touching something that a man made, or a person, sorry, I mean, be sexist there, that a person made to tell you, we promise you we have this much shit back there to back it. And they don't have this much shit back there to back it, do they? They don't. So here's what I want you to see. The AI narrative is 811% up. Okay? That's great. 811% up because NVIDIA grew more in one fucking day, 1 week. It's really a week, technically. Look at this. Do you see this God candle? This is what's called a fucking God candle right here. This right here. This right here, however, it's not exactly a God candle. Some people got burned. Hey, Nancy Pelosi, I'm glad you didn't make this much money, but no, she fucking sold the top, I'm sure. She probably started it. This is probably Nancy right here. Hey, we're going to name this Nancy. That's going to be the name of that block right there. I'm going to call that Nancy. That's Nancy Pelosi's sell after she hit the top. She bought $5 million worth of that shit. What? How long ago? Oh, that's a 3-minute chart. Never mind. That wasn't a God candle. Let me see. Let me show you. This is the God candle. That was the 3-minute chart. This is the weekly chart. Everything is a week. Let's make it more dramatic and put it on a day. Less dramatic. I mean, put it on a day. Every single one is a day in time. So from the October the 7th, 2023 until right this very second that we are in was a 700% move, and she bought 5 mil back in here. So yeah, I'm going into debt and I'm not going to pay it, and I'm going to tell the judge that Nancy's paying it. What do you think? You think we should do that? I think I should do that. KY Constrictors, thanks for coming in late. Please listen to the beginning of the podcast to be sure you get the information, because we need you to go to the USARC website and email in your rebuttal for the Louisiana law by midnight tomorrow night at the very latest, or you are not heard. And we cannot keep reptiles the way we keep anything at all. It's drastically bad. So please go help us out and go over there and fill out that email. Maybe have somebody else fill it out as well. Your wife, mother, sister, daughter, son, uncle, who's ever's. Just have them figure it out. So yeah, NVIDIA went off like this, okay, on a 700% increase. Yet look, crypto, that dumb crypto shit that don't do no shit, that you can't hold never, went 812% across the board. So if you're adding up all the gains, so look, SNS 37%. This is today. This is today, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's today. Oh, that's yearly performance. I'm sorry, that's yearly. Yeah, so this is something to look at. All right, and it gives you this visual ability to gives you this visual ability to look at these things based on what they are about. But my point is narratives. My point is that narratives. Where did the AI narrative? Oh, there it is. What? Oh, now what the hell? Narratives. There we go. I was honed in on AI specifically. You got to kind of get used to this thing, the way it works. So we have the AI block. It's pretty fucking big. Then we have the meme block. And this is what I really want to talk about. The meme block, 193% up right now, on the year. Today, 15.55% up on the day. Okay. The NFT market is fucking shit, because nobody's fucking with pictures when you can just trade coins that mean nothing. Why would you fuck with pictures that mean nothing when you can just fuck with charts and coins that mean absolutely nothing? Okay. And all of these narratives are going to run. They're all going to have their moment in the sun. They're all coming soon. I promise. They're coming. Meme is right now. Meme is on fucking fire. Look at the numbers compared. 15.55, the next biggest one. 6.16. And what does that say, guys? GameFi. What have I been telling you? Video games, use case, crypto. You buy it in the game. You own the hat you buy. You own the gun. You fucking kill the guy with the car. You own the car you killed the guy for. You understand how epic this is. Then you put it on a marketplace. Then you sell it to another player, and it has value. And then it's rare, right? Because fucking Marvel Disney only released X amount of Batman hats in the next version of Fortnite in the metaverse of Gala, right? There's going to be things like that. You're going to have Facebook's going to be using crypto to pay you for posts that get lots of shit. What if I told you that there are companies based on crypto that have exact clones of Facebook, but when you have a great post that gets tons of traffic, you get paid based on the advertising dollars that your own post generates? What do you think about that? What would you think about that? What if you you literally were going on Facebook and all the fucking ads, they're listening to you, they're listening to me talk right now, all the fucking ads that they throw at us and jam down our throats all the time. What if you got paid a percentage of what you actually made, generated off of that? And they have those forums right now, like where and they also have them where you own the post in the way of an NFT. So the post is basically immortalized on the internet. So your point is minted. Like you make a thought and a statement and it's minted to a blockchain address, which means nobody can ever, that's it. Is there a Singularity 6 base coin? That's something to look up, Andrew. There's a lot of Steam games that come out that have crypto based economies inside, I believe, or maybe not Steam, because there are companies like Ultra. It would be in gaming. Let's see about UOS. Where's UOS? It probably ran pretty good. Look, my boy Devin was losing his ass on Wilder World went 58% today, ran 40-something% yesterday, almost a full 100% in 2 days. What did I say? I was looking at Myriad. That's a new game that just came out that kicked the fucking doors in. Look at the chart on this fucking thing. This thing was a beast. This thing was a goddamn beast. Not Apple, but look at that shit. Bam, bam. Look at it. It's almost at all-time high again. And Myriad, you can play. Guys, go look up a game called Myriad, because this game's out. Like, you can play this game. And it's running great. These are the use cases, okay? I'm going to give you the use cases. It's not just fucking make-believe shit coins, like fucking SHIB and stuff. It's make-believe shit coins, bro. Like, that shit's done, But yeah, like the other stuff, game fine. Let's see. Go back to narratives. So let's go to memes real quick. All right, shit coins. Look, Leash. Who ever even heard of that? Y'all are all over here trading SHIB at 96. Leash ran 160 fucking 5 in the last 24 hours. What? That's wild. Elon, pork, blah, 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 blah. And where are the ones I bought today? Because I did buy some. I bought, look, I screwed myself on that Myro trade. I ain't going back to Myro, bro. We done. Me and you are done. Dog Whiff Hat. This one's called Dog Whiff, WIF Hat. Coin rank 75. Dog Whiff Hat. It went 581% this month. Okay. Fuck. And it's this little red thing or whatever. Whiff, little green thing. Little green thing. What did this go this month? 329%. That's not that great. SHIB. Look, SHIB. You guys saw a 390% month. Look, if I'm losing a little bit on this, I'm taking the fucking loss. You hear me? I'm taking the loss because I got a lot of other shit out here that hasn't grown yet. If this is me and I'm 400% up and I can stomach the loss, I'm probably taking the loss on a meme only because I don't feel memes have a whole lot more running to do right now. I think memes are going to be forgotten about because you guys are going to see crazy shit happen with stuff that actually does something. This shit's running right now because y'all are in it as retail. I don't want you to be retail anymore. I want you to listen to this channel. I want you to call yourself, I'm not retail. When your wife's like, you're buying that shit, you be like, honey, listen, you're retail. I understand how you feel. Let me explain it to you if you want me to explain it to you. But you can't shit on it like that. I mean, Peppy the Frog is a creepy fuck the way he's holding his chin, looking all greedy and weird. Peppy the Frog's greedy as fuck, but look, it ran 775% this month. The fuck, man? And it means nothing. Okay? I'm on one called fucking Fufu. All right, you ready? I don't think Fufu. I don't even know if we can find Fufu. Probably not. Look, there's Jesus coin. Here's Floki way down here. I trade with a guy that retired from Floki last time. It ran 447% this past month. He had Floki in 21. He closed Floki at a $400,000 profit as a single stay-at-home dad. He quit his job. He went to Home Depot and bought everything he needed to rebuild his entire house. And he stayed at home with his kids and renovated his house for 3 years. And he ran out of money, 2 years. And he ran out of money. So he was going to get a job. But just as he was about to go get a job, guess what peaked back up? Fucking crypto. So I got to hit him up today and see if he did anything with Floki Inu, because Floki ran 447% this month. What other ones that I love? Bonk. Bonk ran 6,996% this year. This year being March of 23 in the earlier days. Somebody's messaging me on Facebook. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come watch the show. If you're fucking messaging me, don't do it. Don't you do it. Nathan. I don't know who that is. All right. There's Nathan Granoff. 6,000. No, 7,000, Andrew. You do bad math. 6,960. What do you want? 44% off knocks it down 1,000%, bro. Jeez, come on. I realize you buy shit at $69.99 and shit in America, but you're not really that off, are you? We are pretty much at $7,000 right there, bro. Like that's 7,000%. Not that 6,000 and 7,000 is all that much different. It's fucking obscene either way. Okay, it's fucking obscene either way. Shiba Inu, I said that. Bonk ran that, but remember, Shib ran a lot more than that. But Bonk ran this year. Bonk's a new coin. Bonk ran this year. Okay, look, Sneck. Look, there's a Sneck. There's a Sneck that's only run 80%. If you think meme season's still on, you might want to jump on that. If you got it in an exchange, that is, because you ain't buying out on fucking Coinbase, I don't think. Who is that? MEXC, that's my exchange. I like MEXC. I'm going to have a MEXC link for y'all, too. I like MEXC a lot. Trump. What about MAGA? MAGA's not on here. Trump ran more, though. Trump ran harder. 600. No, that's not true. MAGA ran harder than Trump. I think. MAGA's not on here, though. MAGA. Oh, Trump is MAGA. I'm sorry. That is MAGA. All right. There you go. 678%. So I was looking at this in January. They don't even have it on here. I was looking at it in January at 30 cents. Okay. This is Trump coin. This is President Donald Trump coin. MAGA. Make America Great Again coin. MAGA coin. It is on several exchanges. I did not buy it at 30 cents because it was an ETH coin then, and I didn't want to pay the gas like a dumb fuck because the gas wouldn't have mattered. Gas, by the way, is the amount of money you spend, like processing fee, like a credit card processing fee. But in ETH, it's extremely expensive and very, 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 very slow. But see, this is 678% on the month, 84% on the week. I want you to know the other day I was talking about this at $6.30 right down here. I was talking about it at 6:30. And you saw this next swell. And every time he hits the news or some shit happens with him, it tops up. $11.39 this morning. This was at $10.30. When I woke up, I checked it just because I was like, I wonder what MAGA's like today with all the meme-ish weather out there in the world. Yeah, look at pork. Somebody made pork. Pork is Pepe's fork. It's the fucking frog, Pepe frog with a fork in his hand. This is what's ridiculous, okay? This is what's fucking ridiculous. You guys don't understand how stupid meme coins are. All right? They're fucking stupid things. They're fucking ridiculous. They mean nothing except for this fella right here. Dogecoin. This coin does not mean nothing. This coin means everything. You know why? Because it only had a 26% change. 118%, 150%, 162%. This coin is now here to stay. You are not unseating Doge. You will not top it in grand old attraction and market and all that shit with other stuff. You just won't. It's been around plenty long enough to have its own spot. Okay. Oh, I found one of my coins. It's on here. So excited. It's not Grok. Grok is the meme coin that's based on Elon Musk's AI bot for X called Grok. 364% month. The year is NA, but I want you to know I got on Grok right about there and traded this guy up a bit. Nah, I didn't make all those wins. I didn't make that grand of a win, but I did all right. I did, I made it several $100s off of less than $100 on that. That was fun. And you remember crypto is fractional. It's fungible, which means you can buy a lot of it or none of it virtually. If you want to own Apple, you got to buy one Apple stock. If you want to own crypto, you can own a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction, pretty much. So feel free to dabble in things if you don't care about losing your fucking money. Because you have to not care about losing your money. Because it could suck like cock. Not that kind of cock. This cock. C-O-Q. Cockinu. Could suck like cockinu. Cockino's down. 0.25 on the day. That's all right, though. I didn't lose a lot. Only 209% on the month and 74% on the week. But I did go into cockinu today. I went to cockinu, and I also went into husky. I don't believe I have a husky here, do I? A husky AVAX is what it's called. Husky AVAX. I don't have a husky AVAX on Banter Bubbles. Come on, boys, get it together. We need a husky AVAX on Banter Bubbles. But yeah, I love Cockinu. Not sure if I love it though. But hey, she certainly got up there. She certainly is almost to all-time highs. Again, bullshit coins, almost all-time highs. So it's something, guys. It's not nothing, okay? It's definitely something. I'm going to check Husky real quick just because I'm sure it didn't do shit. If Cock didn't do anything, Husky definitely. Oh, yeah, Husky went down. I lost my ass today on this. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Buying this was a bad idea. But hey, you know what? Everybody in my group said, you know what meme coins have not run is any meme coins on Avalanche, on AVAX. So remember, you got to think of these guys, and I'm going to go to this next, the ecosystem group. Okay, back to the ecosystem group. Solana, big dog. So you guys got the point about the gaming, right? The gaming's important. The gaming's huge. The gaming's huge. Okay, so you have, in order of importance of crypto, 1, Bitcoin, 2, Ethereum, 3, USDT, which is USD tethered, 4, Binance, which is BNB chain right here. That's Binance. That's where like Shiba and stuff is on Binance. Here, go back to ecosystems. Then 5 is Solana. Number 5 is Solana. Number 5 is Solana. So Solana, that's one, okay, to look at. Solana went through a lot. Solana survived everything. Solana survived. It is crazy what, in my opinion, Solana survived, because it survived Luna. Then then the same year, at the end of the same year, it survived FTX's crash. Okay, and absolutely ridiculous situations, black swan events that no one could have predicted or really done anything about. But look at how low it got. $8.06, $7 at one point. We traded very briefly $7. I can't even roll on the $7 here. It was like 9 something. Very, very, very low. And that is from an all-time high of $252. So right now we're at 131. We have a lot more growth to go. I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee you, obviously. I'm just speaking, paraphrasing, but I promise, man, I really truly feel that this is going to surmount all-time highs, maybe go to 300, 400, 500. There's no telling where this thing will go. It's the ETH killer and all that stuff. And if you look at the stats of all times, it's gained 15,616%. Okay. And that is very important to notice, that this thing survived it all. Survived it all. Survived the Luna crash. Survived the FTX crash. Run it along. Everybody got to liking it. Look, it stayed 23, 24 something dollars. And then in just a matter of a couple of days, it just went. It sent itself all the way to $500. I mean, all the way to whatever. We're going to see how high it goes, right? So I don't know. Solana, maybe we revisit this idea in December and we think we'll see how much money would have been lost on a Shiba trade by then over what Solana will do, because I do believe Solana is easily a probably 3x from here or more, 4x from here or more, based on everything. Another chain, if you guys are really looking at chains to invest in, if anybody's here that cares and they want to look at something else, look at Immutable X, please. It's worth a look. It's also going to look like shit on an all-time chart, but on a yearly chart, it's going to look great. Okay. So this is this year from, March last year till now. This is one fiscal year, not a calendar year. And you can just see how bad that fucker got and just how much it's ripped off here. And yeah, man. So that's it. So before I go, I'm going to do this one last thing. I'm going to close all these fucking windows here. I'm going to go down here and close on Coinbase. I'm going to end us on TradingView, guys, so we can do this together. Let's go find Shiba Inu. Let's see what Shib's up to. Shib USDT dot. I'm not trading it, so I'll do it for you guys. Let's do it on Coinbase. It's always good to use the exchange you're using, and look at this son of a bitch, bro. Look at that day. I mean, you can't really think this is going to keep crawling up there, right? You can't really think right now this thing's going to go whop. Like it's not. It's going to correct and it's going to run around and it's going to rebuild. I mean, I have no doubt it's going to rebuild. I think it's going to reach all-time highs. And the cool thing you can do is you can take this dot, you can zoom in, you can well, let's get over to it. You can zoom in this dot and you can see, you can take that guy right there and you can do this with it. You can take this and put that line there and drag across and drag it to, right? See that first candle where it went? Let's use that first candle as an indicator of where to stop. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to leave it like this. How about that? Okay. Anybody still with me? Only 5 people it shows in the chat. That's okay though. People might see this later. Okay. That's what you're reaching for right there. So 644 from where we are right now, around 648, 640, 650. Something like around in there. So if you're one of the people that's trading like me and you were trading back when you got into retail and you were trading at like 70, what the fuck ever that was. Let me see. Yeah, what did I tell you? October 21st, I bought it right here. I bought it on October 21st, right down there. And look at that run it had. My very first day in crypto, I saw this run. You think I was addicted or what? I didn't see that. Just remember I tell you all the story about when I saw Pete Call sell all them pies in my first Orlando show or whatever? Same fucking shit. Same shit. Saw that, won me over. Just won me right over. I was like, what? So yeah, pretty neat. No? All right. So we still have to get to the line. Still got to go up 20, got to go 27%. Yep. I'm sorry. Did it from the wrong direction. About 40%. About 40% the gap. So yeah, if you're way up here like me, 72, 73, shit like that on like I said, on October 21st, I was there. So, but I rebought in, I sold and rebought, and I bought almost up here at the top of this candle at like 73 something because I didn't know anything about anything. And right here, I was a retail motherfucker right there, son. God damn, I must have been wearing a bow tie. I was wrapped up with a bow on me, ready for y'all to open me up, take all my shit. You know that? All my shit. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about doing this. I don't really know. Is there a pussy coin? I'm sure there is. You can have all kind of coins. You can name whatever you want to name them. But I mean, yeah, there's all kind of lewd and rude type names and stuff for coins, So yeah, that's that right there. I mean, there's no way you're going to chart a fucking daily chart. I mean, a bottom chart on this because there's no bottom. It just goes along the bottom while all y'all held. And a few people traded it that wanted to actually trade for trade's sake. And then all of a sudden, wham, that freaking green candle took off. I mean, as soon as you guys had a green light, you went Elon on that mother. You went SpaceX on that motherfucker. Yeah, that's a little wild. Way more wild than I want. Way more wild than I want. Now, at least. Okay. So let's go in on the 4 hour. Let's see how she's acting. God damn, dude. Son of a bitch. That's Jesus fucking Christ. 4-hour candles. Holy crap. And I shorted this earlier today. I shorted it like right up in here, though, to be honest with you. It still hasn't reached all-time highs. That's 4 hours. This was a good bit of time ago. But here you have it right here. A very, 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 very strong signal. There you go. Let's call that the bottom. I really don't know that it'll retrace this much, but we'll see. Yep, 618. Right there. Yep, 618. I say it might. If I was buying this coin on the retrace, I would probably set my order somewhere below this green line. 0.000290. Yeah. Yep. And it might not retrace that much. That's a lot of retracement there. That's a big retracement there. That's a big, big deal. It really is. But at the same time, it's done what it did. I mean, it really has. There's no joke. I bet just run. Jesus Christ. Wow. All right. Wow. Wow. 4236. You guys will never fucking see this shit. Like in a regular market, you'll never see shit like that. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. I cannot believe that shit. Shib. Shib comes back with the retail vengeance, bro. Like people fucking just bought it up. I can't believe it. But you're gonna have some selling motherfuckers up here. Look at the size of that thin candle. You're gonna have some selling motherfuckers in here. So yeah, that's it. I'm getting sleepy. I got to get some work done before I go. I'm going to wrap this up 2 hours and 11 minutes. I wanted to get it around 2 hours. That wasn't too bad. I didn't intend to do a show necessarily today or this long, mind you. But at the same time, I didn't really explain this real quick. Let me just do this one thing and then I'll go. Let's see. All right. Fibonacci, the Fibonacci retracement tool. Go to it and affect the settings. Okay. Affect the settings in this way. Change 0, 236, 382, 0.05, just the 0.05. I want you to change this to the 0.65. All right. I want you to leave that green. I want you to turn all these other ones just a color you don't mind. Let's go for the third gray one from the side. Third gray one from the side. Third gray one from the side. That one's going to be green. The 0.65 and the 618 are going to be bright green. Let's see. 786 is going to be the third gray. The 1 can go. The 1618, third gray. 2618, 2618, red. To me, fucking red. The 3618, need not even label that shit. And the 4236 is what it is, right? Let's see. We're going to make that one gray as well. And here, actually, you know what? Make this one red. Make this one yellow. Okay. And we'll do it this way. So you have the 0, the 236. Actually, the 0 doesn't even need to be there. You can leave it off. The 236, the 382, the 0.65. It doesn't have a point in the picture for some reason. 0.65. Point. 0.65. Yeah, I forgot about that, guys. And these things, a lot of times you have to write the 0 in there. Yeah, there we go. All right, and I'm going to leave it there. Okay, that's going to be the basic, and we're going to go over that again. I know, because we're going to have more people on the show. That's going to be the basic layout of the thing. Now, here's what I want you to know. The green zone, that's the sniper zone. I don't expect you to buy coins there, but when you do come, let's see. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to redraw it. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to set those fibs up. You can draw the trend lines that I told you to do earlier. And the next thing I want you to do with fibs is find your spot. Come into some more detail here. You want to start at a low, okay, to see how far this may go down, which is a retracement, to see how far and the levels that the coin may go down on this side of this rise. You go to the tool, select it. We already set it on what we needed it to be. We're going to go to the lower low. So like right here, we came up and we hit higher than all these. So let's go to this one right here. And we click at the bottom and you drag that thing up just like that. You can drag it all the way across. It does not affect the numbers what side you drag it. Doesn't change the numbers at all. The numbers change when you go up and down. The numbers don't change side to side. When you go side to side, they don't change. I'm just moving my cursor a little bit when they go. All right, so right up here, and you click right at the top of this candle right here, and that's what leaves you. And what I would do is this green zone, we're going to call this the sniper zone, okay? This is crypto banter training. This is stuff you learn in sniper school on cryptobanter.com. This is the sniper zone. Now, on this scale, this would be the buying scale, okay? This would be the buying scale on this side of this coin. So this is going to go up. This is going to tell you, look, see that red line? See how it just almost came down and checked it? And then look at these. You see how all those points coincide. Like it came up here, it went right to the bottom of sniper zone, and it went down. Then it went clean through it to where you are now. Okay. So this green zone is the sniper zone. Now the 786 right here, this is a good zone to buy. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll start my buy in here. If it's in here and it's in a spot where I like it, in other words, let's say trend line. 1, 2, 3 points. 1 point, 2.3 points, no less than 3. Okay. 1.2.3 points. And then we'll take this as the range low, maybe to the range high right here, which is this guy right there. And you see how we did this. See, look, it went up. It went like that. But it did not ever go. See, it went clear through up, whatever. It didn't ever go when it got to, let's see. Oh, maybe we'll go right here. Here, we'll do this one. This is it. This is higher. It's the higher high, right? It's the higher high. And it's going to show you on that little tip. Let me bring this over so you can see it. Look at that. Went back down. So it didn't hit it, right? But it hit this. It could have gone for the green zone, but it didn't. It went for this. So you got to go with what coincides with what you're trying to do. But anytime you're dragging a Fibonacci, you want to go from the bottom up when the trend's going up, and you want to go the other way if the trend is going down. So I'm going to go real quick while I have you guys for the last second of this, because I really got to go. I'm going to go check my curve. And I'm using a perpetual, so I'm going to put a .p at the end, and that's what I'm doing. All right, buddy. Where are we at right now? What's our loss? We are at a 14% loss. Big fat fucking red candles. And let's see. Go to the 4 hour. I like to draw my trends and stuff on the 4 hour. Okay. Now you can draw from these liquidation candles, but they're not always going to give you an accurate reading because they aren't accurate. I'm going to explain what those candles are as we go on. That's another trend line right there. If it falls out of this one, it's going to check this one. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know. All right, so there we go. Oh, man, I don't even know what to pick here because this is higher high. This is a slightly lower high. You got all the way down here, all the way down here. Sure hope not. Man, everything's ripping off like weird. It's hard to track a lot of stuff when it rips off like that. So, all right, well, that's it. I'll see how that trade goes tomorrow. I don't really feel that bad about it right now. I've got buffers in place for the night to go to sleep. You have a good night, all you guys. I really like you guys hanging out with me and learning maybe some new stuff. In the meantime, remember, you can set up Coinbase or crypto.com if you want to, but look at TradingView. Try to draw some trend lines on your favorite coins. Try to see what you can see in the way of things, because it's really not hard to go through and look and find where the trends are when you start looking if you have a geometric mind. So again, bottom to top, top to bottom, you just find those spots, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And that's enough to tell me that these in here would also go. Because look, right there, look at that little guy. It touched it right there. And look right there. It touched the same line, even though it went through all this other shit up and down and down and up. It went through that same line, but right there she failed, and then wham. And I guarantee you, this is the thing that's crazy. I guarantee you, if you stretch this line out really, really far like this, I guarantee you that whenever this time comes, this will be up this. They're not going to change directions like that. I mean, it could change directions quickly, of course, but it's going to go up. If it's going to go up, it's going to come up to seek to be above this line. It wants to be above this line, just like it was here. It wants to follow this, dun, 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 and then, oh, fuck. And then, oh, I'm coming back. Daddy, I'm coming back, and I'm almost there. And I promise you, you'll get up here, and that thing will do, it's going to do this shit. It's going to do this. Watch, it's going to come up. It's going to come up like this, and it's going to come back down, and it's going to test, and it's going to go off. You know? Or it might actually fucking shit. It might, the way these are laid out, shoot, that thing might come up right here, test this, come down here, bounce off of that, test here, come off here. That's pretty natural looking. Looks like something that it would do. Come up, test, revalidate. Yeah, it's cool. All right, guys. I gave you some tools. I gave you some tricks. Now go put them to use. Go try them out. Don't buy nothing. Just play around. Just make a note. Make a note for yourself. Say, hey, I want to buy this coin at this. And then the next day, look at it. See where it is. Go on TradingView. Make yourself a little dummy account where you can trade a coin and it doesn't actually trade it. It's just a dummy thing. Okay. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. All right. Take it easy. Oh yeah. ETH hit $3,700 fucking dollars. That's wow. Look at that. And that's what we're talking about. Alt season, baby. Alt season. When ETH and Bitcoin slow the fuck and USDT slow the fuck down and everybody goes into other coins, we're talking about cooking. What you saw today with meme season was fucking insane. Insane growth. 200, 300% on some stuff. I'm telling you right now, you're going to see a lot more than that. It's going to be a lot more than that. And it's not going to be Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's going to go up and Bitcoin's going to be doing shit. And it's going to be based on Bitcoin because these moves are based on Bitcoins. Like this chart right here, curve, this chart right here. Look at a 15-minute chart. We'll focus right up on it. Look at this. See how it's got a dip, a little bit almost dip, a dip, and then a rise like this. I'm going to switch right over to Bitcoin chart, the same exact time frame. And you're going to see exactly what I mean when I tell you, look, come on. I had a dip down here deep and almost dip one and another one and then another one, right? It's the same layout. It's the same basic trajectory. It's just not. There you go. Oh, there you go. There, look, there. 1, 2. Same layout, right? It followed it. So watch them both. Always have Bitcoin up. Remember banterbubbles.com, and check it out. All right, guys. Storm and rain outside. I'll talk to you later. All right. Take it easy. Bye. All right. Peace.